and the goal umpires Stephen Murphy and Matthew Wilson.
And you better give us who you're going to select between other big games today. Is the game between the Eagles and North Adelaide. We're catching up with Jim Huff at half-time to find out what's going on there.
Eagles and the Double Blues.
Bulldogs, Eagles.
Bulldogs, Eagles for mine too. But a big game here, so hello, as we do say each and every week, to all the people listening on the internet, we do appreciate it. We do get the hits on the station website every Monday morning. They're the first thing that go out to all the staff, so welcome aboard, and not just the people overseas, but all the people within Australia as well. There's hundreds and hundreds of people listening on the internet. We hope this is a crackerjack game for you. Glenelg and North. Glenelg, so much to play for. They've got a top 2 spot riding on the end of this game for next week's game with Centrals, and Norwood riding on this is a top 3 spot, and we do know that you need to be in the top 3 to make sure you've got any chance of playing in the grand final, and particularly with sides of the calibre of Glenelg and Glenelg and Centrals already finishing 1-2, so it promises to be a fantastic game.
There have been exceptions to the rule, but only on one occasion.
Yeah, very rarely, isn't it? Very, exactly very right. Rarely.
Now, you'd think these conditions would suit the tall bay forward line, Smitty, that you mentioned earlier, particularly Kirkby and Grimer that you mentioned, but occasionally they'll slip the resting ruckman down there instead of bringing him off the bench, which they have done. Big Kirk went down there, I think it was the last week or the game before, and he took a couple of grabs as well. So conditions certainly favouring the tall timber here this afternoon as the umpire holds the ball aloft to start this important clash at Glenelg Stadium. Down goes the bounce. It'll be Cranston up high. The ball comes to ground. Immediately the red leg there through lower. That was a one-handed handball. Came to Hughes. Hughes off the right boot now. Will put the ball back in the centre. An attempted fist away there by the Tigers. Came unstuck. Running onto the footy there is Alan. He's hung on to too long in my opinion. Umpire was there in good position to see it. And so it'll be Alan, the free recipient of the free kick, holding on as he gets a handball now to Panozzo, the runner from the full-back line, goes up towards half-forward. Big leap there from the Redlegs, the ball down to ground. Carr's in the van if he can pick it up. He can't. This has allowed the Redlegs through Hughes to come through, but he's tackled over the boundary line for a boundary throw, and just outside the 50, half-forward flank. Grandstand side for the Tigers, kicking with the aid of the breeze.
It was interesting, DB, that Matthew Fuller was the Norwood player that actually flew across the pack there, knocked the ball down. Very, very unlucky that the Glenelg player didn't pick it up on the half-volley and run on with it.
Right, the tap down, Gorringe actually was in front there. The ball comes to ground. Here's a chance though for Cranston. He goes with a check side to the hot spot. The ball off hand. It's into the pocket almost, and a thump out of bounds. Gee whiz, that was pretty deliberate from my point of view, Smitty.
Yep.
And the umpire said no, we'll allow it to be in a boundary throw, and from that right full forward pocket, I think it was Giorgio that may have thumped the ball out as the ball is tossed in. Ball hits the ground without Ida Ruckman touching it. Opportunity now for the Redlegs if they can get out of trouble. They're in that right full forward pocket, and it's holding the ball against the bays. Gee, that was sudden death. And it'll be a free kick to the Redlegs. It was against Murphy in actual fact. Lower was the tackler. Didn't think he had prior opportunity. The umpire obviously thought he did as he goes into that last line of defence. And it's the Redlegs kicking it out to the back pocket. That's a shocking kick there. And in fact, has it gone out of bounds on the full or not?
No, it hasn't. No.
Gee whiz, it was close. It was a shocking kick from McGuinness. And this will allow a boundary throw in this time in front of the scoreboard on the outer side for the Tigers' end.
On a couple of minutes here in the first quarter. Bays with the breeze. No score registered. Dorr got his hands to it. Down to Zorzi. Got a handball away. Out towards Trotter. He couldn't pick up the football. Ball in dispute. Quick handball by Tenace towards Mules. Mules has got it. Centre wing outer side. Goes backwards and finds Mills, who takes the mark. Just backward of centre wing on the outer side for the Tigers. It's only got 2 players behind him on the whole ground here, Wade Mills. Taking his time. Goes back inside the defensive 50 to Kirk.
Well, Kirk ran from the centre square to go 20 metres behind the 50-metre archer to get that ball.
Kirk goes back towards the outer side and finds his teammate out there in Kellick. Kellick plays on quickly, kicks up towards the 50-metre line. They set themselves, and the spoil from the Norwood defence goes away over the boundary line.
Quarter time in the game between Richmond and Port Adelaide. It is 2-6 apiece. Richmond 2-6, Port Adelaide 2-6.
Boundary thrown, half-forward flank on that outer side. Big Dorr and Cranston. I may have called Dorr Gorringe before, but it's obviously Dorr as the ball's taken off hand by Zorzi. He got it to Trotter. Trotter the handball as they come through at 100 miles an hour. It's Hughes with the footy for the Redlegs. Goes up inside the half-forward flank. Phillips across the face of the pack and takes a good grab for the Redlegs, and he'll line up and kick from about 40 metres, Darryl Smith.
Yeah, station sponsor Speedhead highlight that. He just worked his player under the ball, then stepped around inside him and took a fantastic mark, did Phillips. And gee whiz, he'll be one of the players that AFL clubs will look at in the upcoming draft, I would suggest. He's been a fantastic player for the Norwood side this year. So Phillips, first shot on goal, will kick from around about 48 metres out. Kicking to the station-sponsored Barry Studley Proprietary Limited End. So in he comes now, does Phillips. The kick is on its way. Normally a very good kick. At this time, the breeze has taken it across the face of the goal. First score on the board is a minor one, and that goes to Norwood. They are 1 point. Glenelg yet to score.
Mules to bring it back in for the Tigers, goes towards the outer side. So the footy in the hands of Kellick out there. His kick was an ordinary one in front of Kirk, set him a task, and he was pursued over the line by Davis. Boundary throw in about 60 out from the Norwood goal.
Should make mention that there was one game played yesterday too between West Adelaide and South Adelaide. West Adelaide 12 goals, 10-82, defeated South Adelaide 5-13-43.
Cranston, third man home, got the knockdown only as far as Zorzi. Goes to lower, inside 50, kicks towards goal, umpire doesn't move, and the legs are on the board with the first goal. 1-1-7, leading the Bays, yet to score into the breeze, Darryl Smith.
Yeah, it's a good effort, wasn't it? They just worked hard. Glenelg just can't seem to penetrate the lines at the moment from the Norwood side. They've got 4 or 5 players backing across the centre square. Norwood couldn't get it. They couldn't get it through past their Glenelg, and they just worked the ball through. And Lower has kicked the first goal.
Yeah, and even if he'd have missed that, he got pushed in the back as he kicked, Smitty. I don't know whether you saw that. I wonder whether the umpire would have brought it back. Would have been interesting to see.
I think he might have.
He was definitely shoved in the back as he kicked the footy. The umpire back in the centre, throws it up they fly, getting high. Was Dord down the ground, taken by Carr. He's running the wrong way, but now gets a handball out there, gives it to Kane of the Ben variety. Goes up there looking for Allen. Allen out the back, gathers in the footy, runs towards the 50, puts ball on boot, puts it to the hot spot. Up they fly, and in front, Puopolo takes the mark in front of the pack. He's been a good player for the Redlegs in recent times. He gets a short pass to Gallagher. Gallagher now will bring it to the half-back flank and finds Trotter. So Trotter with the footy. Now he'll bring it along centre wing, grandstand side, looking there for young Toby Shields, who's back in the side for the Redlegs, and puts it on the left boot. Now comes up over centre wing. Player leaping up, got his hand over the top there of Davis, who can run onto the footy. Goes by hand to Phillips. Phillips has got speed. He can steady if he wants to go with a handball over the top. Does so, but the handball missed its target. He was looking for Shenton. The tackle by Shenton's a gem on the Bay player, and it'll be a ball up about 25 metres out from the Redleg goal.
Gee, Phillips is normally so good with his skills there, guys, but he missed Shenton by, a good 10 metres over his head, and that gave the Glenelg backman a chance to get back there and cover the ball up.
Bounce down deep inside the Norwood 50. Cranston got his hands to it. It's going to be another ball up to take place, about 15 out from the Redleg goal, who are 1-1-7, leading the Bays, yet to score going into the breeze. Norwood. Been a promising start by them.
Greg on and lower off for the Redlegs.
Kirk got his hands to the footy. Down at ground level was Ruwalt. Got a quick handball away to Kellick. Still in defensive goal square. Mules is under pressure. He's pushed as he kicked. And that was good forward pressure by the Redlegs to force a boundary throw and inside their attacking 50 DB.
Eagles 1-1-7, leading North Adelaide yet to score.
And of course that interchange through the
station
sports
sponsors.
power.
Yep. Station sponsors sports power interchange against. Yep.
Ball thrown in left full forward pocket, thump down, taken by Zorzi. The handball is good, gives it to Greg, who's just come on the ground. The left foot snap from the 17-year-old has gone bang, straight through the high diddle. The Redlegs away to a flyer, and they're against the Nugget Rees at 2 goals, 1-13. The Tigers yet to score.
They certainly are after a fly, but they've just got numbers around the fall of the ball, aren't they, DB? They had 4 or 5 players there. It came to Greg, as you said, the 17-year-old, and he had no trouble in slotting through his first and the second for the Norwood side. So they got a 2 goals, 1. They lead Glenelg yet to score, and certainly Norwood seem to have come to play today.
Certainly have, Darryl. Bays have entered their forward 50 a couple of times, but it's been congested and they've been under pressure while they've been disposing of the footy. Snook comes onto the ground.
Ty Allen off.
So we're back in the middle. 13-point lead of the Legs. Cranston up high. No ruckman got their hands to the footy. Players fighting in there for the ball, and it's not going to come out. Umpire says, I'll have it. Right in the cricket pitch area of the Bay Oval. A beautiful sunny day here.
It's glorious, isn't it? That was Greg's first goal in League Footy too, guys, so well done.
Bounce down again. Third man up was Ruwalt. Got his hands to the ball, but the Nord player
Fuller
out there, and Fuller got onto it, kicked it up towards half forward. His target was Davis. Gathered it, then lost it. Now finally gathers it on the second attempt. Goes back in board. Redlegs in possession through Weatherald. Gets the handball out to right half forward. Kicked by Lower inside the 50. Players fly. Ruwalt gathered, but he was tackled beautifully, holding the ball. That was as quick as a flash, Daryl Smith.
It certainly was. Sometimes they'll actually play that in the back, won't they? But Shenton's a player that's got the free kick.
Always 6 to 1 over, doesn't the other, Smith?
It is. He actually pushed him forward, so some umpires will play that in the back, others won't. Shenton now kicking to the station-sponsored Barry Studley Proprietary Limited, and the kick's on its way. Has it got the carry? No, it hasn't. It's been sport away, but Glenelg will relieve the pressure and it'll come out on that outer side of the ground.
In the back pocket now as Kellogg put the left boot to the ball, up high there, and thumping the ball over the boundary line for the Redlegs. I'll pick up the player for you.
Fuller, that was.
Sorry?
I think it was Fuller.
Fuller, and there'll be a boundary throw in just outside the 50. That Polish gentleman's in my way once again. He was there last week, I reckon, Smitty.
He certainly
as the
was.
ball is tossed in, and over it comes at the back. Cranston got the tap down, running onto the footy. Looked like what might have been Carr, was it? The ball in that back pocket now for the Bays. Comes up towards half back, and a ball bouncing around like a pinball out there, but it's going to be a ball up just outside the 50, right half forward flank for the Redlegs, doing most of the attacking in this first quarter.
Yeah, Sturt 1 goal 6. They lead Central yet to score. Port Adelaide 4 goals 6, leading Richmond 2 goals 6.
Tigers through Bode, quick kick along the outer wing, up towards the half forward line they set themselves. Snook unable to take the crumbs,
Too
free
high.
kick
Yeah, too high.
going Norwood's way. That was to Fuller. Here's McGuinness, wobbly left foot kick up towards half forward. Cranston intercepts it, gathers it, thumps it on the right boot. It bounces in the cricket pitch. Snook couldn't gather once again. Coming in was Gallagher, but Snook somehow got it. Fed it off to Kane. Kane at 60. Short pass inside 50, and the mark is taken about 45 out, and a 45-degree angle for the Bays by Murphy.
He won't miss either. He's a very, very good kick of the football. Very straight. He kicked 3 goals last week and didn't look like missing. So Murphy now, the number 23 on his back, is kicking to the station-sponsored Fielder's End, or the southern end here of Gliderroll Stadium. As we see, Port Adelaide just kicked another goal. So Murphy comes in now. Well, this time you give him a rap, and what does he do? He lets you down every single time. But it's been marked there right on the line by Grimer, and that's on the boundary line. And we've seen him kick a few of these in the past, DB, and I don't think he'll have any trouble in doing this one.
No, he is a master at these sort of goals.
He's right on the boundary line. He's about 5 metres away from the point post, and he actually faces the other way. So he turns around, kicks it around his body now, and again it's gone straight through, and Grimer has got his first, and Glenelg are on the scoreboard. They trail Norwood 2 goals 1-13, and Glenelg with the first goal on the board, they go to 1 straight. And that is 6, and Todd Grimer, that is a station sponsor speeded highlight of that kick for goal.
He's a gem at those, isn't he?
He is. He does
do it quite a few times, Smitty.
He certainly has.
And poor defence, though, by Norwood, allowing him to mark in that left full forward
someone's got
pocket.
to go with him, does it every single time.
So the ball back in the centre with the umpire. So 2-1-13 Tigers on the board, kicking with the breeze. 1 straight goal 6 as the umpire's about to send the ball skyward. He's going to bounce it. Again, it'll be the tall timber for the Bays. On this occasion, Button. Up they go. Dorr got the tap down, running onto it there. The Redleg player got caught high momentarily, but the umpire said, I'm going to ball it up. That player there was Trotter. Again, it'll be Button, and Geringe it'll be. And down goes the bounce. Button front position. Geringe from behind. The ball down the ground. Or Redleg player at the bottom of the pack. He was caught without the footy, according to the umpire. Gallagher was the recipient of the free kick. He'll go out there towards centre wing. That's a great kick. You find Trotter and get support from lower. The kick inside 50 finds Shenton, and Bay player running well over the mark. He'll have to come back about 5 metres.
He's not coming back yet. The umpire's only brought him back about 2 metres.
Didn't bring him back all the way. So
Shenton, he's got a bit of speed about him too, hasn't he? So he's coming in now from just outside 50. The kick this time is on its way, and it is a station sponsor, Smithfield Crash Cleaner, because that has missed everything by a country mile.
Yeah, it's difficult to kick goals from that pocket. We've seen when that breeze is blowing the other way, Smitty, but on that occasion he missed everything, didn't he?
Probably the best thing he could have done, DB, is put it at the top of the pack, top of the square.
Yeah, you're on RPH footy with Rob Green.
Ben Mules has got the footy. Kicks outside the defensive 50. Mark was dropped by Kane. Play on, said the umpire. Kellock's got it. Back to Chris Kane, but it beats him over the boundary line. So it was a little bit sloppy by the Tigers, who are well and truly under the pump here early. Norwood 2-1 leading the Bays, 1 straight, and the Bays do have the breeze here at the Bay. Beautiful conditions. Rowe got the knock from the back. Ball still in dispute out there. Carr got it back into Kane. Bays under the pump again. Little kick in towards the middle of the ground by the Tigers. It's marked very well by Kellogg. He kicks up towards centre half forward. Flying at the back, Rudolph. Couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. Norwood with the numbers. Gallagher and Piopolo, but it ends up there with the Redlegs' Gorringe. He gets a handball out wide to the wing. Pressure was on. It ends up with Kirkby at 60. Kicks over the top, but it might have been a whistle.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Coming back to the Redlegs.
He was dumped after he actually got rid of the ball, so Gallagher's a player.
No, it's Greg, I think.
Greg, it is too, sorry.
He goes short, finds Puopolo on the defensive side of the square. He'll bring it to the grandstand side. Good running here from Jonas for the Redlegs. He gathers in the footy. His kick's got to be spot on. It's not. It's gathered inside the line by Turlick. Turlick with a sweeping handball to Weatherall. He's going to get caught. Wasn't aware that the player was down. Then he got flung over the boundary line after he got rid of the footy. Umpire said, you can do that today, boys. I don't mind. There'll be a boundary throw in centre wing.
Yeah, he was very dangerous down there, right in front of the players' box too, guys.
And it was the Bay crowd that wanted holding the ball, unsurprisingly. In it comes. Allen's there. Crashing in was Gallagher. Well done. Got a handball away. Ball still in dispute. Allen. Panozzo's there. It's with Ruwalt. Handball's inside the defensive 50 to Kellogg, who's got to kick it. Just gets his boot to the ball. 50-50 ball. Phillips hard in against Ruwalt. Diving in for the Bays was Kellogg again. And this is a fierce contest. Darryl Smith.
It's a great contest, and the two sides playing with so much to play for at the end of it. A top 3 spot for Norwood, or even maybe a top spot for the Tigers.
So the umpire bounces the ball. Down she goes in the centre of the ground. Over the top came Gorringe. The ball down the ground. Opportunity here for the Bays to get the ball clear. It's out there now with Ben Kane. Twists and weaves and gets a handball back to Bode. Bode on the left boot goes out there to Ben Kane at centre wing. He's got speed to burn. Rolls the ball in front of him, did it superbly, got away from 2 opponents. Although he's being chased now, he'll run towards 50. Great play by Kane, but the chase was good because he forced the error. Mills picked it up for the Tigers and then lost it. The Redlegs are going to relieve the pressure. It comes to Puopolo, who goes to centre wing, and the mark completed out there by Zorzi. Zorzi will bring it into the centre. Weatherall created the space. No one within cue of him. He can pick up the foot. He took a long time to do that, but the handball was good to Lower. Lower's going to get caught. Great tackle by the Bays there. That was Ruwalt, and the Bays are away through Big Button, who goes back to Ruwalt by hand on that half-back flank on the outer side, and they're out of trouble as Ruwalt goes over the top there looking for Allen, and Allen now at centre wing. Plays on beautifully, gets past a player. He's going to handball into the centre of the ground to Bode. Bode put it on the left boot. The ball will come inside 50. Oh, he stepped young Snook up though. The ball was very high and allowed the Norwood defence to thump it away, and it'll be picked up by Gallagher, who got it over there to Hughes. Back it comes, and the ball now off the boot of the Redlegs comes out towards centre wing, but it's gone out of bounds. That ball off the boot of Shenton. Well, I didn't call him because what's he doing down at half back?
He actually just came off the interchange gates, DB, so he came through the station sponsor Sports Power interchange gates.
Boundary throw-in. This game, a frenetic pace, a lot of pressure, great tackling both sides. Lower got his hands to the boundary throw-in. Button was there clearing for the Bays. Good handball over the top to Kane. It's now with Allen on the cricket pitch. Goes back to Kirk, who's at centre half back. Kirk comes wide to the broadcast side and Panozzo. Panozzo's got Grimer short if he wants him.
Just seem a bit hesitant at the moment, the Bays, Smitty.
They do.
Goes short inboard to Ruwalt, does Panozzo.
We saw this a couple of weeks ago too, DB, against West Adelaide, remember?
Ruwalt's kick was intercepted by Rowe, but Panozzo was front and square, able to clean up. Handballs back to Grimer, rides the Zorzi bump beautifully. Snook's there, clean possession, could have been holding the ball. Norwood's got the possession through Grigg, kicks it up towards right half forward. They set themselves. Phillips couldn't take the mark. He's now roving the pack. He's got it. Can he gather it by the boundary line? 50-50 ball, and it's escorted over by Shenton.
She's a bit unlucky there, Phillips, not to get a free kick for tripping, DB, because he did get, even though it was accidental, it's still a free kick.
It is indeed. The ball to be tossed in inside 50 for the Redlegs. Left full forward pocket for them. Grandstand side. The ball comes spinning back into play. Row front position. The ball out the back. No one home though. And it's taken easily by the Bays, and that's Tenace. He got the handball to Ben Kane. Ben Kane now. The ball will be kicked up towards that half-back flank. Up they fly. The ball out the back. Oh, it bounced beautifully for the Redlegs. They come through as Trotter. Handball to Lower. Lower's handball is at the feet of his intended target, and this will allow the Bays to come through, and they've got loose players. It comes now to Chris Kane. He dodges round. Oh, no, that's holding the ball. I reckon no umpire said he got rid of it fairly. Well, gee whiz, I thought he just dropped out of his hand, and there'll be a ball up in the centre of the ground.
Amazing. Great pace this game at the moment, isn't it?
Oh,
absolutely fantastic. Port Adelaide 7-6 and leading Richmond 2-6, guys.
Ball in the centre. Umpire to bounce it. Down it goes. Up they fly. Well, a lot of players going up for that ruck. Came down to Carr. Carr put it on the boot, and a screw punt will go out to that half-forward flank. Not too sure who he was looking for because the ball's beaten all and sundry. There'll be a boundary throw in. Half-forward flank out of side for the Tigers.
What an opening it's been. Glenelg have just tightened up. Norwood were off to a flyer, 13 points to nothing early, but the Bays have got one back, and it's a great tight contest at this stage. Kane was the third man up. Griggs got it on the outer side, not tackled over by Allen, surprisingly. Griggs kicked down the line.
Beautiful. No, out of bounds on the full, guys.
Hit Davis on the chest, but Davis was over that boundary line when he took the mark. So the ball comes to Carr of the Tigers. He's on the outer side, goes very short indeed to Tenace, but it's going to come back. He's got to go over the mark.
Well, I thought he stepped off the line, so it's play on.
Carr goes back to half-back and Kirk. Kirk now plays on quickly, long ball to the 60-metre mark. They set themselves, ball down at ground level. Carr does the roving. Quick little kick to Ruwalt. He's got time and space at 70. Kicks inside the 50. Grimer's his target. Bounces in front of him. Gets a good bounce. Pressure was good from the Norwood defence. Mules is there. Gathers. He's tackled. Gets around that tackle. Back to Grimer. Glenelg at 65. Grimer's clever little kick inboard. Goes to Ben Kane. Can't gather. Norwood wrap him up. 50-metre line. Ball up. Great game of footy.
It certainly is. Good crowd too, DB. I reckon you're right. They've probably have close to 4,000 now.
I reckon it's over 4,000, Smitty. There's a lot of people in front of the club room to our right as the ball is tossed up. Down it comes to Bays in the van here. Comes to Ben Kane. He kicks it around the body, but it's a poor kick. He didn't look. It was marked by McGuinness. McGuinness got it to Giorgio. Giorgio to Jonas. Jonas by hand to Gallagher. Gallagher will go over the top again. They've got runners everywhere. And this is Dygan, is it out there? Didn't look like Dygan, but ends up with Trotter. Trotter now weaves inboard and will put it on the right boot. No, he's going to get caught. No, got past. Gee whiz, he ran the gauntlet and was lucky perhaps to get through. Up they fly, the ball out the back. Oh, Phillips will get a free kick. He was stopped from going after the footy right in front of the umpire. How could he miss that, Daryl Smith?
Unbelievable, wasn't it?
Absolutely out of bounds unbelievable. On the ball, so a little bit of divine intervention there,
well, not really, but Phillips would have been 30 metres out having a shot on goal. They're still 50 metres away from goal.
Well, it was unbelievable. The Bay player could see that Phillips was going to chase the ball. They actually grabbed him over the shoulder. Right in front of the umpire, who I did notice was watching the footy, Smitty.
Unbelievable, isn't it? But the other umpires have got to be able to pay it. That's the thing.
Ball up on the 50 for the Redlegs. Ball comes to Grigg. He couldn't gather. Crashing in was Button. Ball still in dispute. Another ball up to take place. 55 out left half forward for the Redlegs, who lead by 7 points, 2-1 to 1 straight, going into a slight breeze. 20 into the first quarter here at Tigerland. Up they go again. Lower was there. Glenelg have the numbers through Kellock, who's had a busy game across half-back. His kick sets up Carr. He's got no one to kick to, though. No one leading towards the outer wing for him, so he's got to hold it. He's probably going to go back into the middle. No, he doesn't. Plays on towards the outer side. Tenace provided the run. The kick went about 15.5 metres. Tenace's kick goes another 15.5 to Ruwalt at centre half-back. Ruwalt kicks long towards the cricket pitch area. Contest, ball at ground level, Norwood through Gallagher, cleans up. He goes out wide to Dygan. He's got Phillips at 70. Phillips has got pace, runs to 60. Worm burner. Gathered on that occasion by Rowe. Can't get around the tackle. He disposed of that incorrectly, and rightly so. The umpire paid the free.
No doubt about it. Definitely disposed incorrectly, and that's why the free kick was paid, although previously it wasn't. The ball with Ty Allen, centre wing. Off the right boot, comes up here looking for, over the head there was Rudolph, and ended up with Hughes. Hughes with a handball back to Gallagher. Gallagher goes into the centre. Lower's created the space. Takes the grab. He had Puopolo going past. Now he stops and props. He's still got the footy. No one coming at him. No one going near him, so he throws it on the left boot up towards half forward. Good use of the body there by the Tigers. The ball thumped to the hot spot, centre half forward. The Tigers are first there though. Big Cranston picks it up. The look away handball looking for Mules. He gets through the pack, does he? No, drop the balls at the umpire. Play it on now. Got the handball away, said the umpire. As the ball now right on that 50. It's desperate stuff here at the moment. Here's a chance now for Big Kirk. Got the handball away. Taken by Carr. He goes backwards. They're retreating into that defensive 50. Mules has got it. He'll get around easily. And he's still got the footy. Now has a bounce. He's run to centre half back and he'll bring it out to the grandstand type where Panozzo takes the mark. Still in a defensive 50.
Panozzo's got Ty Allen on the wing all by himself. If the kick gets there in time, it doesn't. Panozzo's attempted punch. Murphy tapped it back to Allen cleverly. Allen's kick inside 50. Ruwalt Rudolph, my mistake, and he'll kick from 50, Darryl Smith.
Yeah, that was great by Murphy, wasn't it? It was a backhand tap to his teammate who was able to run on the ball, and it's ended up with Rudolph, who will kick from just inside 50 metres, kicking to the station-sponsored fielder's end. And what an opportunity for the Tigers. They've been out of it most of the day in this first quarter, but all of a sudden they could be just a point behind because Norwood haven't taken their chances. In comes Rudolph now, normally a very good kick of the football. What's he done with this one? He has just missed it to the far side. So a behind on the ball for the Tigers. They trail by just the 1 goal now. 1-1-7. They trail Norwood at 2-1-13.
McGuinness's kick is a beauty of Dygan. Dygan outside the 50. Gets pushed in the back as he kicks the footy there, looking for Weatherald at centre wing. What will the ball do? Oh, it didn't sit for him. Weatherald went down. The ball's still in contention out there at centre wing. It's going to be Stacks on the mill, and the umpire will move in and ball it up centre wing out of side. Tell you what, this game is a beauty thus far, and you heard the boys say the pace is absolutely electrifying at the moment.
It is too. Sturt 3-3-21 leading Central 1-1-7.
They go, the ball tapped down there by the Tigers. A lot of players around the fall of the ball. The handball is good into the space there of, not too
Fuller.
sure. Was it? Okay, so the ball off the left boot now for the Redlegs. Was that gone out of bounds on the full again? So they've kicked it out of bounds on the full a couple of times out there on that outer side, allowing the base to take the free kick, and this will be Mills with the recipient free kick.
Mills has got it. It's probably about 70 out, 60 out from the Norwood goal on the outer boundary line. I reckon at least 5,000 people here today. It's a fantastic crowd, great weather. The match has been as good as it so far. Mills's kick was towards Carr, ball at ground level.
Whoa,
Davis might have got a free kick. He did, in the back. So Davis has got it centre wing out of side for the Legs. They're up by 6 points late first quarter, going into a slight wind. Davis now kicks towards the flank. Rowe is target. He's on Kirk, and Kirk got the spoil away over the boundary line. Throw in 50 metres out from the Redlegs goal.
Yeah, into time on first quarter. 2-1-13 the Redlegs, 1-1-7 the Tigers. Boundary umpire to throw it in on the attacking 50 outer side for the Redlegs. Up they go, 2 Tigers up. The handball will come out, chance for Kellogg. He runs onto the footy, then goes with the handball way up to that back pocket. The little left footer around the body, comes back now. It's Murphy's a quick flick is a beauty, and the Tigers are away through Snook. It'll go back to Murphy, but the intended target, Murphy looking for the free kick, dives before acceptance, but the Bays are lucky because the ball's rolled out here. It'll end up with Murphy. Murphy now puts the ball inside 50, out in front. It will be marked right on the siren. And what will the umpire do?
He's actually going to give him 25 metres too, I reckon, for hitting him after.
Oh, well, they couldn't stop.
Yep, so there you go, 25 metre penalty as well.
Guys, what did you think? Do you think he took the mark before the siren or not?
Yep, no, definitely took the mark before the siren. So it's Bode that's taken the mark, and gee whiz, that's taken him right to the goal line. So Bode comes in and right on the siren kicks the goal for the Tigers, and they go to 2 goals, 1-13, and Norwood scores locked away. They are on 2 goals, 1-13 as well. So at quarter time here in the station-sponsored Angus Securities game of the day, it is all level, 2-1-13 apiece. Goals for Glenelg, Grimer and Bode, and for Norwood, Lower and Grigg. So a fantastic game of footy, and the umpire giving a 25-metre penalty right on the siren to take Bode.
Yeah.
Well, their percentage is a bit too far behind Norwood for that to happen, I think.
It was in the paper this morning.
No,
they
can
finish
still
third
finish
or
third.
sixth. I did read that actually,
Yep.
Smitty. So you obviously got up and read the paper.
I did this morning.
No, I disagree with the paper there. There's a difference of 7% between Norwood and West Adelaide.
Yeah, but
Okay.
points.
They've only got 1 game to go, West Adelaide.
Okay,
Waiting for the
we'll get that.
spectators.
West Adelaide
I'll
cannot
prove
finish
it to, I'll
third.
prove it to you, Brownie. I will prove it to you.
Hang on.
Greenie, you mean?
Yeah, that's
Greenie.
Greenie. I'm Brownie.
West Adelaide cannot finish third.
Yeah, thank you, Dale. Back in the studio, getting a bit of decorum here as the
Well,
ball's about to
West-
be bounced in the centre to start the
West-
second quarter.
Westlake can.
The score's all tied up, both
7%.
sides, the Bays and the Redlegs. 2 goals, 1-13 apiece. This time the Redlegs have the aid of the breeze. probably worth about 2 goals. Immediately the Bays into attack. No, the umpire said no, it's a free kick to the Redlegs. Allen had the ball and he deemed holding the foot. He could have gone either way, in the back or holding the ball. As it turned out, it was holding the ball. Now, Puopolo's got that kick from lower out towards centre wing, and he kicks it up towards Phillips. Phillips outside the 50. Shenton leads. He ignores that, so he's going to have to bomb it long and strong, is he? Yes, he's going to put it to the top of the square. That's a good kick. The high flyers are there, but the Bays are back there, and good mark by Kirk. So in the end, it was a poor kick, really. By
It was,
Phillips.
yeah. Station sponsor Smithfield crash clanger there.
So Kirk now will go short into the back pocket. Mark taken there by Tanase, I think it was. He kicks it and finds Chris Kane. Kane comes up towards half back. Mark taken by Kellogg there. So Kellogg now with the footy. The little left foot chip over the top, and he's found Kirkby, who's about 100 miles away from the half forward line. So Kirkby on that half back flank outer side with the footy for the Tigers. Got Mills running into the centre. Ignores that. Called the play on, so now he's going to have to hurry the kick along that centre wing. Oh, big pack will fly here. In fact, a lot of them got up down the ground. Gallagher had it momentarily, so did Dygan, but both unable to control the footy, and it's gone out bounds centre wing outer side.
Boundary throw in to take place, as DB said. Scores dead level here. In it comes. Cranston got the knock in Glenelg's direction. Ty Allen was there. In fact, it was Carr. Got a handball to Ty Allen. Kick inside 50. Bounces in front of Grimer. Acted as though he was held. Norwood player couldn't gather possession inside defensive 50. Grimer wraps him up. Ball up to take place. 40 out in front of the Tigers' goal, Darryl.
Gee, Grimer nearly could have given the Glenelg player a free kick there. The Norwood player a free kick. He was in the back, Grimer.
That was Jonas, and a costly fumble as it turned out.
Bounce down. Inside the Bays 50, and a beautiful bounce it is. Players around the footy. Cranston got it down lower. Took the ball. He was tackled immediately. There's no room in there. There's about 15 players around the umpire, DB.
He took the ball and he was taken himself.
Correct.
The ball is about to be tossed up inside the 50. Oh, big thump forward by the Bays into the path of Murphy, but coming through like a train, McGuinness gets through about 3 or 4 players and puts it on the left boot. Out there looking there for Shields. Shields will hurry the left foot kick, but has it gone out of bounds? It has. The boundary umpire, you got to feel for him. He was that far back, you couldn't have shot him with a cannon. And finally, the ball's at half full before we realised it was out of bounds, but he couldn't blame the boundary umpire for that, Darryl Smith.
No, he certainly couldn't. Put it on fire at the over there in Melbourne. 12 goals 8, leading Richmond 3-9. It's a massacre.
Yeah, Matty Primus will be a happy man as the ball is tossed down or tossed in and then tapped down by the ruckman, but straight into a pack for another ball up centre wing out of side. Certainly a titanic struggle at the moment, both sides 2-1-13 apiece, but the Redlegs have the breeze, which is worth a couple of goals, we reckon, as the ball is tossed up centre wing. The ball tapped down by Cranston. The hurried kick around the body there by Panozzo. Opportunity here for the Redlegs. The handball come unstuck, has it? No, it ended up now. Here's Murphy dodging and weaving. He'll get onto the left boot. Murphy puts it inside 50, looking for no one in particular because it's ended up with Lower. Lower goes with a long handball out to that outer side. He's put his teammate under the pump. That was Dygan. Gets it back inboard. I tell you what, they're under pressure at the moment. The Redlegs. The kick will come out towards centre wing and it's gone out of bounds on the sitting ball. A free kick to the Tigers.
One thing Norwood are doing, guys, they are getting numbers behind the ball, so they've got plenty of numbers there to work out of defence, but it's just poor kicking there that saw it costly and a costly turnover.
Panozzo went to Ben Kane. Now Ben Kane kicks inside 50 towards the pocket. Kirkby was the target, but a great defensive mark taken for the legs by Dygan, I think it was.
I think that's Giorgio.
Giorgio, thanks DB.
Silly place to go there, deep in that pocket, still 2 kicks away from goal.
Giorgio into McGuinness. He's right on the defensive behind post. Scores dead level, 2-1-13 apiece. Played about 5 minutes in the second quarter and the legs have got the wind. McGuinness stays on the outer side. Short to Giorgio. Back to the run of McGuinness, who runs to the defensive 50 and kicks long out towards the outer wing. They set themselves, but a good mark taken by Kane out there for the Bays. He's looking inboard. Instead he goes short down the line and sets his teammate a task.
Lara off and Greg on through the station sponsor Sports Power interchange gates.
So the Bays in possession, centre wing, outer side. Big crowd in attendance. Kicks a long one inside the 50. Grimer's going to fly. Couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. McGuinness is there. It's rove by Murphy. McGuinness ends up escorting the ball over the line for a throw in deep in the right full forward pocket for the Bays.
So the boundary umpire with the footy. Still 2-1-13 apiece. But it's in that right full forward pocket for the Tigers. The ball tossed in. Any number of players around the ball. I'll pick it up with Piopolo. Tried to get through the pack. Umpire's giving him the benefit of the doubt there, and there'll be another ball up.
Have a look. Every player in the forward 50 half. So you've got 36 players in a half a ground of football, and we've got one umpire in the back half.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing back there because he's not going to see much back there as the ball is tossed up. The ball is tapped forward there by Hughes. This gives the Redlegs who they chance to get it to Giorgio. Giorgio off the left boot. That's a beautiful kick to Schulz outside the defensive 50 on that outer side. So Schulz now on the left boot puts a high ball. He put the teammate under the pump because there's 3 Tigers. In fact, there's 4 there now. So that's a poor kick as it turned out. And the Tigers will rob you every time when this happens. It's a handball from Kellogg. He got it over there to Kirk. Kirk now to Panozzo. Panozzo goes up towards half forward, and the mark taken there by Mills. He's run down from half back. So Mills has got it out there on that outer side, half forward flank. He'll bring it inboard again. There's Tigers with the numbers. Kellogg takes the mark and then falls over. Seems to be loose Tigers everywhere at the moment. So Kellogg now, he'll go back from whence it came to that outer side to Mills. So they haven't got a lot of options because the Redlegs have flooded back. The ball goes inside the 50 up. They fly. Oh, a player there had it momentarily for the Redlegs. He's tackled and there'll be a ball up in that rightful forward pocket. Now he's found a free kick. Not sure what that was all about. But the handball will come out there and he's put the Redlegs under pressure. The kick will come out to McGuinness, back pocket, grandstand side. Thought about a handball. Now decides to handball. Piopolo wasn't looking, but he's got the speed to get past Ty Allen and then has a bounce. He runs outside the 50. Still got the footy. Piopolo will bring it up towards centre wing. The kick will let him down. It's been thumped away towards the boundary line. Still in play as it now goes over the boundary line. Half forward flank, grandstand side for the Redlegs.
That was well done by Phillips because he actually punched it forward, gained around about 25 metres for his club.
I reckon there's almost 6,000 people here. This is an absolute ripping game. 2-1 apiece. Boundary throw in. Diving in was Cranston. He's grabbed by Rowe. We've gone about 6.5 to 7 minutes of the second quarter. Scores dead level. Norwood going with the aid of a slight breeze. Umpire about to bounce it down. Right half forward for the legs. Instead he throws it up. Third man up was Zorzi. Tackled was Chris Kane.
I thought he might have been caught high then, Kane.
Umpire says, I'll have it, thank you very much. On the apex of the square, as DB would say, right half forward for the Redlegs.
Allen off and Snook on.
This time he bounces it down, Cranston to Kane. Tackled was Adlington, Bode and Whistle, and it's going to be a free kick to the Norwood Redlegs, DB.
No, not. It's going to be Bode getting the free kick for ducking.
Oops, it is too.
Ducked his head, and the umpire deemed he was caught high. So what else can you do when you duck, Smitty?
Not much, but get hit high.
So Bode with the free kick. So no one on the mark, and they've created, and Bode didn't see a loose player there, and now he spotted him, and that's Murphy at centre wing. Just at the moment, they've got players loose again. The handball to Carage comes straight off the bench. You put it inside 50. It's a poor kick in front. Orange. The ball thumped away from him. Comes there to Mills. He's tackled, and there'll be a ball up inside 50.
I reckon he might have marked that, Mills.
Umpire said he didn't.
Certainly came forward and touched it first.
Down goes the bound, up they fly again. A lot of players around the ball trying to get through. There was Allen holding the ball. Gee, that was a sudden death again. In fact, it was Snook that was pinged holding the sausage. And Piopolo, who does have speed to burn, there's no doubt about that. He gets a handball back to Giorgio. Giorgio will chip it over the top, looking there for Jonas. Jonas has got it. You have to kick the kick away. He does get the kick away towards centre wing, looking for Shenton. He misses his target. Here's a chance now for the Tigers. It'll come back now to Panozzo, who's creating a bit of nuisance out there for the Tigers. He gets a handball back to Mills. Mills now will put it back to Panozzo. Panozzo at centre wing. He'll bring it towards centre half forward. The kick's a gem and hits Snook on the chest on the attacking side of the square. Turns around and goes short, looking there for... He was looking for Chris Kane. He ran into trouble. He's still got the footy though. Chris Kane at the bottom of the pack. He better tap it out to get pink for holding the sausage. The umpire said no. I'll ball it up right on the edge of the attacking 50 for the Tigers.
So we've gone 10 minutes here. Second term. Scores still level. 2-1, 13 each. Haven't had a score this quarter.
It's amazing. We've played 10 minutes courtesy of station sponsor Grand Central Time Clock.
Ball up towards the wing. Rowan Kirk bounces over the top. Davis can run onto it. Does he get a good bounce? In fact, it's Turlick. Turlick, good handball inboard to Zorzi. Handball to Rowe, who wasn't looking. Ball tumbles inside 50. Rowe gathers this way, that way. He goes to 45 and kicks towards goal and kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Should have probably given the handball to Turlich there, guys. Turlich made yardage for him, was in the clear, and all he had to do was flick it over to Turlich, who we know is a thumping kick, DB.
Yeah, I think he got the shock of his life when he realised he was in the clear row. He couldn't believe his luck when he turned around. There was no one in front of him, but consequently the kick gone out of bounds on the full, as you heard the boys saying. Panozzo picks up another possession. He'll bring it back to the grandstand side to Mules. Mules over the top to Carr. Carr will bring it short along, looking there for Big Kirk. Kirk, no one within cue of him. He'll bring it over the top. Oh, getting in front there was McGuinness, but it came off his knees and ricocheted straight to Big Crampton, who goes up towards Kirkby and takes a great grab. He'll turn around and put it to the hot spot. He's got Rudolph running back with Jonas. He got rid of Jonas fairly. I thought it was a great bump by Rudolph. He still got the footy, then turns around and misses to the right-hand side. Would have been a great goal from the reindeer if he'd have kicked that one, Smitty.
Yeah, it certainly was. He did great body work, didn't he, to get rid of Jonas, and just didn't bounce for him, and then was tackled as he kicked the ball, and it just missed to the far side. So another behind on the board. Glenelg have hit the front. 2-2-14. They lead Norwood 2-1-13.
Here's Piopolo. Kicks to himself. Not many players in the comp have had a better season than this lad. Handballs over the top of Dygan's head, and the ball's going to go over the boundary line about 50 out. So they muck that one up, the Redlegs. And the umpire will throw it in about 55 around left full forward pocket for the Bays. In it comes. Cranston jumps in front. Oh, knocked it down. Bode
free kick to
couldn't take it. Free kick to the legs. Going to come back to Zorzi. He's just inside defensive 50, Brett Zorzi. We've only had 1 point in about 12 minutes of footy. It's 2-2. The Tigers, the legs, 2-1. Zorzi's kick was to Piopolo. Over his head, he fumbled it over the line. Awful kick. DB, bring it in.
Yeah, some mistakes being made by both sides at the moment. Boundary umpire to throw it in just outside the 50 grandstand side for the Tigers. Back it comes spinning into play. By Button got the tap down beautifully to Grimer. Grimer tries to get through the pack and then hooks one high. It'll bring rain if there's any around. Up they fly. Big leap there from the Tigers. Off hands though. They have numbers to Redlegs, and lower ends up with the footy. Goes to McGuinness by hand, and McGuinness now will switch play. He'll go to that outer side. There is a Redleg out there, and he takes the mark. That's Grigg. Grigg now on the left boot. The high ball comes out to centre wing. Phillips is a mile in front of his opponent, and then dodges back onto the right boot. Puts the ball up towards the lead of Rowe. The ball doesn't come sit for him. It ricochets out. Bending down there was Davis. Tried to pick up the footy. The ball's at the bottom of the pack, and the umpire said, I'll have it, guys. I'm going to ball them up. But gee, went down there quickly, Darryl Smith, from one end of the ground to the other. Now it's in the attacking 50 for the Redlegs.
Yeah, Phillips again just used his pace. He's turned his player inside out. He's a very, very good player, young Phillips.
Ball up. Rowe was there. Tackled was Panozzo. Kirk had it. Lower's quick kick to Trotter. He'll mark at 60. He's got players leading into space, but his kick was smothered by the captain Mules. Well done.
Yep.
Just kept his eye on the footy, never gave up. Handballed it back towards Kellock, who kicks up towards centre wing. Rudolph was there, couldn't take the mark. Rove by Phillips. He's tackled, but he gets his kick away. Inside 50 goes the footy. Turlick's there. Handball to Davis. He's tackled. Around the neck, said the umpire. Feeds it to Lower. On his favoured left boot. Low spearing kick to the goal square. Bounces. Through for a goal to Norwood. And the deadlock is broken. 3-1-19. To the Bays, 2-2-14, Lower's second.
Yeah, it's Lower's second. Great kick, wasn't it? He saw the vacant goal square. Every player was probably about 15 metres out. He kicked it low and hard, and Lower's got his second. Other scores in the SANFL, it is Sturt, 3 goals, 6-24, leading Centrals 2-4-16. And in the North Eagles game, it was last time it was North Adelaide 4-2-26, leading the Eagles 3-4-22. So some close games going around. And half-time in the Port Adelaide-Richmond game, it's Port Adelaide 12-8, leading Richmond 3-9.
Hardly worth worrying about that one, Smitty.
Yep, certainly.
Ball back in the centre, and well described, Smitty. Low and hard, and his name is Lower. As the ball is bounced down in the centre, up they go. Big door got high. The ball down to Ty Allen. He'll go by hand, gives it there. A series of handball came from Ruwalt. He's tackled. The tackling has been fierce here. The look away handball ends up with Bode. Bode will throw it on the right boot. He's put it out there towards that half forward flank. They've got a chance here, the Bays, if they can gather in the footy. It ricochets out to Snook. Snook around the body. The ball will go into the pocket. Will it? It's still in play. The Redlegs have it momentarily, but now the ball goes out of bounds in that left full forward pocket for the Tigers for a boundary throw in.
Yeah, it's a good play by that Redlegs player there for the Nord and in Jonas, because he actually kept his feet where the other guys went to ground, so he was able to force the ball along the boundary line. Well played.
So Nord's last goal was against the Flow, leading it by 5 points. Boundary throw in Glenelg's 50. Grimer takes it out of the throw in and snaps, but misses to the right hand side. And Glenelg moves to 2-3-15, trailing the Redlegs 3-1-19.
So the ball to be brought back into play by McGuinness. Where will he go?
He's been playing well today, McGuinness.
He has indeed. A lead there from Greg. He ignores that. I wonder why, because he was clear. Now he's going to bring it to the grandstand side. And the kick is high in front, thumped away. The Redleg should run onto this. Is well done by Big Gorringe. Now he's caught. Get the handball out to Jonas. Jonas with the handball to Lower. Lower's in trouble. The away handball was a beauty. It was an absolute gem to Dygan. Dygan goes over the top. Turlick, we know he's a thumping kick. He can almost run to 50. He does run to 50, but the kick's an absolute Barry Crocker. And gone out of bounds on the sitting ball, right full forward pocket. No excuse for that, Darryl.
No, he had a player going to the top of the goal square too. He could have actually lobbed it up there in a contest, and that was Rowe, but chose to go with a thumping kick and missed everything.
That's 2 out of bounds that we've seen on the full, and this brought Norwood undone last week in the game against Sturt earlier. They're poor kicking.
Okay.
Benny Mules right by the right-hand point post in Norwood's attacking 50. He's going to bring it back in for the Bays, trailing Norwood by 4 points. His
Great
kick
lead.
finds Ty Allen on defensive 50 in front of the Glenelg contingent there. The Slouts kicks outside the defensive 50. It's marked by Kane. He goes inboard to Mules. Mules' handball back to Ty Allen. So Norwood keeping the pressure on. Glenelg can't get it out. Ty Allen goes back towards centre half back to Mills. Mills' handball was bouncing in front of Panozzo, but he had enough composure to gather. Went long to Kirk, who's at right half back. Working it in possessions here, the Bays goes up towards the wing. Rudolph flies high, couldn't take the mark. Zorzi with the crumbs, hard and tough. Got it quickly along the ground. Rowe, his handball to Shenton over the top. Norwood player's got it in Schulz. He goes this way, that way. Little left foot pass. Found its target in Davis. And he's got Turlick over the top, but doesn't use him. 30 out, 45
Yeah, he's got to kick it now, doesn't he, Davis? Because Turlick was there for a good 10 seconds, wasn't he, DB? All on his own and not a player within 20 metres. And it was all it had to do was a little handball over the top, and Turlick would have goaled.
Yep.
But now, Davis.
He is a good kick for goal, though, Davis.
Okay, so he's going to kick from around about 25 metres out, kicking from the station-sponsored fielder's end. So Davis comes in now. What's he done? He's made no mistake, and he has put Norwood further in front. They go to 4 goals, 1-25. They lead Glenelg 2-3-15. That's on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. And in other games going on at the moment, Sturt 4-6-30 lead Centrals, 2 goals, 5. And North Adelaide 5-2-32 lead with the Eagles by 10 points, 3-4-22.
You sure you read that right, mate?
I'm reading it as we speak.
The computer has played tricks today.
It has today. You are right.
So the ball about to be brought back into the centre for a ball up. So the Redlegs at the moment lead by 10 points. 4-1-25. The Tigers 2-3-15. They do have the aid of this very slight breeze with a couple of sausage rolls at the most. As the umpire's about to throw it up in the centre. Up she goes. Dorr and Crampton, the ball down the ground, taken by Lower. He gets a handball back to Dorr. Dorr looked for the handball to Gallagher, couldn't affect it there. Big Crampton went in for a second attempt, did it superbly. A chance now for the Tigers, they're running forward, but now they've run into a brick wall as Dygan got a handball out. Here's a chance though, comes off the boot of Trotter. Trotter goes up towards centre wing, looking for a team. Funny little kick around the body. It was a clever kick. They allows the Tigers though, but they've lost the footy. Lower with a sweeping handball over the top. Here's a chance though, Turlick inside 50. Normally he's a great kick for goal and he makes no mistake from about 48 metres out, and that was a costly turnover by the Tigers as the Redlegs get back-to-back goals, and I think we've seen that for a while, have we, Smitty?
No, we certainly haven't, but Turlich did have a couple of shots earlier and missed completely out of bounds on the full. That time he made no mistake. Great effort, but you heard DB say the costly mistake was the turnover, and you don't normally see a Glenelg side rattle like that and turn the ball over so easy, but hence the pressure from Norwood. They're coming at the Tigers every opportunity they get, and they're making them force the turnovers. Big button on through the station-sponsored Sports Bar interchange case, and Mark Mickey is putting another tool up forward, DB.
Exactly what he did last time, I think, Smitty.
3 goals in a row to the legs. Bounce down. Lower gets it away. Right foot kick inside the 50. Schulz was there. Rudolph's back on him. Turlick, the man of the moment, gets a quick handball away. Rose there. He's tackled by Kirk. Held to him. Ball up to take place. Umpire hasn't blown his whistle yet. Now he does.
Yeah, he's waited a long time.
Been a great game this. I've thought 3 or 4 times a different team's going to win and then the other team's come and got goals. It's a great game of footy and Norwood have a good advantage here. 2.5 goals. Cranston from the ruck contest to Allen. Handballer over the top.
Ooh.
Ruwalt was met hard.
In the back.
And he'll take the free kick at right half back.
Yeah, poor tackle that was. Very poor tackle. Kick now with the Tigers. Half back flank. Ruwalt with the footy. Not a lot to kick to, so Norwood have done this well in actual fact. So he's got to go high along centre wing. It's going to go very close to the boundary line. Up they fly. The ball bounces just inside. Tap back. No, the whistle's gone.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds for a boundary throw in centre wing on that outer side.
North 5-2, 32 leading the Eagles 4-4, 28.
Just got word through that Knights has been sacked. Can't confirm that officially though.
Okay, and Sturt 7-6, 48 leading Centrals 2-5, 17.
That'd be Knights from the Crows, I would imagine.
No,
Knights from the Bombers.
Oh, Knights from the Bombers, okay. The ball now up towards half forward. Up they fly, the ball down the ground. The Tigers have numbers again. The look-away handball is good by Tanase. Now they're away because Cranston's got it a handball now. He gives it now to Chris Kane. Chris Kane goes up towards Grimer. Grimer over the top. They're running the Tigers. Oh, great work there by Ben Kane. Got through a couple of Redlegs. If he kicks a goal here, this will be goal of the day, but he's missed to the left-hand side. Terrific play by the Tigers. Comes unstuck, though. 2 goals, 4-16. They trail the Redlegs 5-1-31.
Kick in comes to Dygan. Right back pocket. Handball's over the top to Jonas. Jonas's handball was intended there for Fuller, but he was under enough pressure from Ty Allen to cause the handball to go over the line, and Ty Allen let him know about it too. Bay's under the pump. 2-4, trailing Norwood 5-1. We've gone 20 minutes, second quarter. Norwood with a slight breeze. The throw-in. Cranston front position. Went to Carr, snapped the Bays inside 50. Ty Allen bodies. Grimer's there, tackled beautifully by the Redlegs Dygan. And that's been a feature of their play today, Norwood. It's been their defence and their tackling.
Lucky to get away with that, Smitty, because he could have handballed.
Yeah, you did right, DB. Dead right.
And he tried to run the
run around, yep.
Ball tapped down, taken by Puopolo, but now taken by Grimer. Grimer goes to the hot spot. Oh, player caught high for the Redlegs. Will get the free kick. He's paid advantage as it comes to Hughes. Hughes will go out to Greg on that outer side, and he takes the grab. So Greg, I should say, puts it on the boot, comes up towards centre wing. They're looking for Davis. The ball sits for him nicely. Davis gets a handball back, comes back here to Turlick. Turlick goes up to Phillips, who's all by himself on that half forward flank. All he's got to do is pick it up. He tries to get past, and now he gets caught. No, got the handball away. He should have got rid of it earlier, and now the ball on that half forward flank with Weatherall close to the boundary line. It'll come stay in play. The Tigers will get a handball out very close to the line and goes out of bounds. Phillips just tried to do too much then on that occasion, Darryl.
He did, but he did. Norwood were running forward too, so he only had to get past and had another opportunity to score.
31 plays 16. Redlegs in front. Rowe comes late with the ruck contest. Hughes couldn't get decent boot to ball, so the footy's with the Bays, but now it's with Trotter. The turnover. Trotter wobbles one inside 50. Shenton the target. Cleaning up was Mills nicely. Rudolph back to Mules. Mules goes around the tackle with composure. Good right foot pass in the middle to Cranston. Feeds off to the run there. Kick inside the 50. Button flies too early.
Well,
but a mark was taken beautifully by Jonas. Hands off to Hughes. Comes broadcast side. Mark Tarkin by Fuller. Just backward of centre wing. Called to play on. Allen's pursuing him, but Fuller gets around with pace to Puopolo. Great footwork by Puopolo. Got inside 2 tackles. Handball comes to Dorr. He's tackled by Ruwalt to Zorzi. Play on, said the umpire. Big kick inside 50 by Trotter. Schulz at the back. Can he mark? Rowe was there. Panozzo's got the footy at ground level. If he can gather, he can. Good pace. Gets away. Kick to Murphy. And
Murphy
he plays on.
He's going to get caught. No, gets around. They're evading tackles very easily, the Tigers. Benny Mills does it superbly as Murphy's kick goes up towards half forward, and the mark has been taken. Now free kick paid against the Redlegs for in the back. And the recipient will be Big Button. A golden opportunity again going begging for the Redlegs. So Button now will thump it inside 50 for the Redlegs play going
Goes
into the
on
pocket.
short.
You know, he's gone short in actual fact and finds Ben Kane. Kane now will go long, kicks it to the hot spot. Players will set themselves going back. Oh, get a free kick or a mark. That is courage galore, Darryl Smith.
That is courage, DB. That's a station sponsor, Speedy Highlight, and the umpire should have actually paid a 25-metre penalty because he actually cannoned into him after he marked the ball.
So the ball now with Turlick. Half-back flank for the Redlegs. Grandstand side, he'll be called to play on shortly, so he bombs it along centre wing. It's a high ball. The tall timberer there. Oh, that should be a free kick to the Redlegs. Well umpired. That is great umpiring because the free kick was there, but then he should have paid advantage.
He should have paid advantage because it fell down to a Norwood player.
It did indeed. Comes back to Turlick. Turlick kicks the shocker off the boot. No, it's not. He found Davis. Davis will cop one high, but gee whiz, talk about lucks of fortune. He dropped the mark. The Bay players run slap bang into him, and it's going to get a free kick, Darryl.
Yeah, well, it certainly was high, but he did drop what he should have taken, and but we have seen umpires actually pay that and give a 15-metre penalty, DB, because he did hit him high after he dropped the mark. So very interesting that, but he's got the ball nevertheless.
Well, Josh Scarr is in there trying to stir up things this minute. The tactics might work with a bit of Daffy Duck if the umpires don't watch out.
It's Davis again. So Davis now having a shot, kicking to the station-sponsored fielder's end. Will kick from around about 48 metres out, directly in front. The kick now is on the way. Davis, what's he done? He's got two, and Norwood are starting to get away with this game at the moment. They've got their 6. They go to 6 goals, 37, the biggest lead of the match. They lead the Tigers 2-4-16. That's on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. Other scores from around the ground see Sturt 7-6-48, leading Centrals 2-6-18, and North Adelaide and the Eagles, it is the Eagles 6-5-41, leading North Adelaide 6-2-38, and Richmond and Port Adelaide, we can just say Port Adelaide are belting them. And we have heard news that Matthew Knights, the coach of Essendon, has been sacked, unconfirmed at this stage.
So the ball in the centre with umpire Ralston. He's about to throw it up. No, what's he waiting for? I'm not sure. Now he's going to throw it up. Up it goes. It'll be Gorringe up against Cranston. Cranston the tap, but straight to the red leg, taken by Trotter. Trotter's look away, handball to Gallagher. Gallagher will kick it off towards centre wing. Out comes Turlick. The ball bounces back. Phillips will pick it up. No, he won't, because a beautiful interception there by the Tigers through, I think it was Tenace. He got the ball over to a teammate who goes up towards half forward, and the mark has been claimed out there by, I think that is Kane, is it, who brings it into the centre. Taken by Bode. Bode can run to the attacking side of the square, goes into the pocket looking for Grimer. He's in the band. He take the mark. Now he dropped it. Normally he plucks those, but on that occasion he didn't. The ball inside 50 to over, one-handed handball right in front of the umpire, and the Redlegs are going to get out of trouble through Trotter. He goes by hand to Gallagher. Gallagher at half back with a sweeping handball out towards centre wing on the outer side. That was Zorzi. Comes over the top to Weatherall. Weatherall's going to get run down just too slow. Far too slow. Great tackle by Ruwald, I think it was, who ran him. No, it wasn't. It was Ben Kane, and the ball go out towards centre wing. It's not a good kick, but it's still in play. The Tigers are under the pump. The handball will come all the way back here as the siren goes to end of the second quarter. Terrific game of football here at Glenelg Stadium. Redlegs in complete contrast to last week's kicking, Darryl Smith. 6-1-37, the Tigers 2-4-16.
Unbelievable kicking, isn't it? And the goal scorers for the Norwood side. Lower's got 2, so has done.
Just put all their resources back into the attacking area of the opposition side, and we saw both the Bays and Norwood have difficulty, firstly Norwood in the first quarter and then the Bays in the second quarter, of once they break the shackles going into their forward line, not a lot to kick to.
That's how finals is played these days.
Yeah, interesting point you make, DB, whether Lairdy would say something at half time. I was just sort of putting my coaching hat on and thinking, would you use that? Would you try that as a... because if all of a sudden... Sturt come out and kick, say, the first 2 or 3 goals of the third quarter, all of a sudden they say, well, we're not going to be playing, we're now playing next week for the minor premiership. So let's hold back and, and try to, like very similar to what St Kilda did last night in the last quarter. They were putting the ball up with, in their hands to say, right, let's slow it right down. They were taking Rewald off. They didn't want to get any injuries. So you just don't know. And
yeah, I don't know. Well, I just would have thought that if the Centrals get over the line and the Bays get done, and then they've got the premiership in the bag, the minor premiership in the bag, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly right. So
anyway,
it all looks at this stage that they'll be playing for the minor premiership next Saturday afternoon, and you'll be able to hear that live on RPH from 1:30 with Dennis Brown, Darryl Smith, and Kim Morgan.
Umpire holds the ball aloft to start the premiership quarter here on RPH footy. The Redlegs in front, 37-16. The ball down, taken by Dorr. Dorr gets it over there to Zorzi. Zorzi to Lower to Puopolo. Puopolo up towards half forward. At the back there, Davis couldn't hang on to it. allows Rudolph to pick up the footy. His handball's come unstuck. The Redlegs have it, but that player is wrapped up on that half-forward line for a ball up. I think it's swallowed a fly then, or a mosquito or something, as the ball goes up in the air. Down the tap is good by Dorr, but the Tigers are away. The handball from Tanachi put his teammate under the pump. The umpire's paid advantage, and now it's with Panozzo on that half-back flank. He brings it up towards centre wing, the kick, looking for a teammate. It's a poor kick because it was at his feet, and this allows the Redlegs to pick it up, and the ball will come off the boot of Giorgio up towards half-forward, almost to mark for the Tigers. Chance now for Weatherald. He's got two Tigers to beat. Great play there by that Tiger at the bottom of the pack, and the Tigers will get out of trouble on that half-back flank and kick it up there towards the outer side of the ground. Not a good kick though, but it beat the two Norwood players over the line for a boundary throw-in.
And also just remembering last time that these two sides played, Mark Micken came out and said Norwood are the best side we've played. So very interesting comments that have been made by coaches.
Throw in. Dorr and Cranston. Cranston front spot, hands to it, got it away to Tenace. Quick kick, ball bounced in the middle of the ground, over Bode's head. Out comes Grimer, tackled beautifully by Puopolo and then Hughes. It's been a feature of the Redlegs game today and for most of the year, Daryl Smith.
It certainly has been. They've been very, very good and close and in and under. They've been a good, strong tackling side.
Throw up again, Cranston hands to it, Zorzi gets it, screw punt inside 50, Rowe flies, goes over the pack, running onto the footy for the Redlegs is Shenton, and he bangs it into the post, and that would have almost made it difficult. I won't say sealed it for the Redlegs, DB.
No, but it certainly would have put the pressure right on the Bays if there's not already pressure there.
Yeah, he could have done a bit better than that, Shenton, because he had the leg speed, he got away from his opponent, he could have actually ran right virtually to the goal line there and kicked that.
Yeah, he's very quick. There's no doubt about that. I think they've unearthed the find in Cameron Shenton, have the Redlegs.
Certainly have.
Ball in the back pocket with that man, Panozzo. He's had a few touches, as you heard Smitty say. He goes short and finds Chris Kane, still in a defensive 50 on the outer side. Chris Kane now will kick it towards centre wing. The big pack will fly. Kirkbury from about 6 deep. Flew high off hand, taken by Phillips to handball. Redlegs have the numbers, but they've lost possession momentarily. Zorzi went in and somehow picked up the footy. He got it over there to another teammate who goes bang. The mark has been completed. Up there, I'll pick up the player for you in a minute. It was Fuller. Fuller's kick up towards full forward and no one on within cooey of Davis. And he was allowed to take a chest mark unattended, Daryl.
Unbelievable. He's already kicked two as well. And this is just the start that the Norwood Footy Club wanted.
Yeah, that was a great pick-up by Zorzi.
It was fantastic, yep. Half volley. So, Davis now to give Norwood a biggest lead of the match so far as he comes in from 15 metres out, kicking to the station sponsored Barry Studley Proprietary Limited End, and you can hear the crowd, they are clapping, and all of a sudden the Norwood side, they've got their 7th on the board. Davis has got 3. They go to 7 goals. 2, they lead Glenelg 2 goals 4, and gee whiz, it's been a long time since the Glenelg side has kicked a goal.
Well, the scoreboard pressure, Smitty, we keep saying it week after week. It's amazing. The players are not supposed to look at the scoreboard, but they do, and they know what the score is, and there's more pressure being applied every time the opposition kicks a goal.
And the other thing also, Debbie, is they're thinking now, right, we've got a big game next week as well. We've got a real big game coming up next week to play for the minor premiership.
Bounce down, Cranston gets hands to it. Ball still in dispute in there in the centre square. Free kick going Glenelg's way. Goes to Bode, handballs it to Ty Allen, to Tenace. Runs to the edge of the cricket pitch, kicks inside the 50. Kirkby up way too early. It's roved by Alex Grimer. Wasn't balanced when he snapped on the left foot, and the ball accordingly goes out of bounds on the full.
So it'll be the Redlegs to bring it back into play. Back pocket, outer side. Used the Norwood player with the footy. He's going to go to that outer side. There's a thumping kick by Hughes. It's going to go out there. Up they fly. Gorringe was in front offhand, taken by Dygan. Dygan he just ran over the line with the footy. And obviously the boundary umpire put his hand up. Said, "You've gone out of bounds, give me the ball." And he's got it now and he's going to throw it back in. It's about 65 metres away from the Tiger goal. The ball comes spinning into play. At the back it was Dorr, but it comes down beautifully taken by the Tigers. The handball out there to centre wing. Left foot snap up towards a 50-metre arc out the back. The Redlegs have numbers. One of those players is McGuinness. Gets good support from a teammate. The little kick though is going to go out of bounds on the full. The Tigers will pump it straight back in. Poor kick there by McGuinness.
It was. That's probably the only bad thing he's done today. He's been very, very good. His attack on the ball has been fantastic, but he just let himself down with the kick there.
And Josh Carr will go short. You can bet Lunder or brick on that. Goes looking there for Alex Grimer, and who takes the mark.
You'd want Todd to be having the kick from there, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. But
He doesn't miss.
We'll see what he ain't heavy's like, Smitty. He's going to have a shot. Difficult shot.
He's
but
right. He's right underneath the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard here at Glider Oval. So in he comes now. Drop punt's on its way. What's he done? He has kicked a goal. That is a great goal from Alex Grimer. He's got his first, and finally Glenelg have got their third. They go to 3 goals for. That is 22. They're trailing by 22 points. Norwood on 7-2-44 in the other games. Sturt 9-6-60. They lead Central 4-5-29. So the Central getting a goal there. And at the Prospect Oval, North 7-2-44. They trail the Eagles now 7-5-47. And Port Adelaide are 14-11. They are leading Richmond 9 goals 13.
Needed that one, the Bays, desperately.
Yeah, costly mistake by McGuinness.
We're back in the middle. Umpire bounces it down. Cranston hands to it. Bode couldn't gather. Cranston gets a quick handball over the top. Tanay stumps it inside the 50. Up they fly. Kirkby was one of them. Ball was punched away by the Nord defender in front of McGuinness. Can he gather? Grimer's on his hammer. McGuinness was held according to the umpire.
He was. I saw it. Yep.
Held and then tripped himself over.
Exactly right.
So McGuinness will take the footy inside that defensive 50 for Nord. Goes towards the outer side. Long kick it was too. Mark was taken out there. Played on by Puopolo. And they've found Davis on the outer side. Kick along the wing. Up towards half forward. Weatherald runs onto it. Can't gather. Bode may have pushed him in the back. No, said the umpire. Ball ends up there with Jonas. And ball goes out of play on the outer side.
How can an umpire honestly miss that?
Well, this fella here would have had a good view of it, I would have thought.
Gee whiz.
I say may have given him 150 metres away.
So
well, two other commentators in the booth with you thought he
the
did.
umpire throws it in. Up they go. The tap down's good by Cranston, but straight into a pack. There'll be another ball up.
Gee whiz.
In fact, I'm looking at the umpires' observers down there. They're both writing feverishly. What does that tell you, boys?
They're in trouble.
So the umpire's going to bounce it. Down she goes. Again, the tap down, but the Tigers have it through. Carr will get a free kick for too high. He actually slipped over and the Norwood player was right on his hammer and tack, and when you're doing that, you've got no option but to infringe as the ball comes up the centre wing. A couple of Tiger players go up together. The handball came out from Murphy. He's put his player under the pump though, but the umpire calling play on. The Tigers are in the van. Here's it comes now to Ben Kane. He'll go short into Todd Grimer. In fact, Alex Grimer, and he's in virtually the same spot he kicked the last goal, so he's going to run around and go bang. The kick's on its way, and what's he done? He has kicked another one. The Tigers are back in business.
They're starting to come, aren't they? And Alex Grimer is starting to make the difference. He's already kicked he just kicked the last goal for the Tigers. He's now kicked another one, so he has kicked 2. And all of a sudden, the Glenelg are back in this game. They go to 4 goals for. That's 28. They still trail Norwood 7 goals to 44, and you can just sense the tempo of the Tiger players is starting to lift. They are starting to run a little bit harder. They are starting to lay tackles, starting to put the pressure on the opposition, which is costly to making turnovers. And we saw Kieran McGuinness turn over a ball that resulted in a goal as well.
Up it goes. Cranston and Dorr. Cranston hands to it again. Roves his own ruck work to Kellock. Went out wide to Murphy. Murphy hands over the top to Carr. Runs to the edge of the square. He's at 55 metres. Kicks long to the top of the goal square. Kirkby, the flyer. Hands to it. Ball at ground level. Gallagher Roves. He's beautifully tackled by Ty Allen. Kirkby's got the footy. Hands to Bode. Left foot. It's a poster. The crowd was up early, and it just died at the end, that kick, and that would have been a valuable goal.
Ball kicked into Greg in the defensive 50 grandstand side. He's got Shields loose, but he goes longer, looking for Zorzi, who almost marked that in great effort. He flicks it back though. Great work by Weatherald. Gives it to Shields. He got pushed in the back as he kicked. It'll be what will happen here.
Out of bounds on the full.
It'll be out of bounds on the full. So you can push him in the back today. It doesn't matter. The ball now with Mules, centre wing. They go short looking for Ruwalt. The kick was too high. Through the legs of Weatherald. Now running onto it as Trotter. Great tackle taken by the player there in Ben Kane. Goes up inside 50. The ball rolling towards the goal. What will happen here? The ball kicked towards the pocket and goes out of bounds in the left full forward pocket for the Tigers, who are starting to mount a challenge.
They're actually appealing for deliberate. And, I mean, what can the guy do? He can't actually handball the ball through the goals because it gives them an opportunity to kick. So he punches it towards the boundary line. And the Tiger players are all asking for deliberate.
Throw in. Dorr hands to it. McGuinness Roves. Gets around a couple of players and too easily kicks it out towards the outer wing in the end. Kirk's there for the Bays. He's met. Phillips dives in. In fact, it was Davis on top of Kirk. Umpire says, I'll have it centre wing outer side.
Now, I asked you the question. Kirk had it. He was grabbed and he dropped the ball. Isn't that incorrect, I suppose?
Yeah, exactly right.
No argument, DB. Boundary, well, throw up to take place, centre wing outer side.
Allen off and Snook on through the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates.
Carr goes short to Kirkby. Takes his third mark for the day, Rory Kirkby. Disappointing day again against a top 3 side. Kirkby at 60.
Got Snook loose inside 50.
Now Kirkby goes long to the hot spot. Grimer doesn't have much of a jump at it. Coming in, taking a good mark was Dorr. He had his teammates
too easy.
Left the path for him well.
Yep, too easy, and he's got a 25-minute penalty too.
Okay, so Dorr advances to the defensive side of the square. He actually goes by hand, gives it now to Hughes. Hughes running through the centre. Will kick it long and strong. That is a long kick going inside 50, tapped away. The Bays have numbers here, picked up by Mules, and Mules little chip out to the outer side, looking for Murphy. The ball doesn't bounce for him, but he's got too much time to pick it up, and does pick it up now. Goes out there towards Kellogg. Kellogg touched the ball on the ground, and then what tackle? The umpire says play it on. The Redlegs are in the under the pump at the moment, but the handball will come out to Trotter. Trotter goes up towards half forward, the ball over the top. Oh, two bodies hit each other there. One down, one of those is Davis, I think, as the ball comes out, taken by Weatherall. Kick around the body, didn't look, gone straight down the throat of Big Cranston.
Yeah, Davis did hit the body hard there, guys. He's still down.
So Cranston will bring the ball out here to Mules. Oh, it's gone over his head. Oh, Turlick got a left hand push in the back, and the umpire says play it on.
Guys, what happened then? Went over Mills's head. Turlick didn't take it. Then the ball actually hit Mills's head and went out of bounds. So that was very lucky for the Bays.
Okay, boundary thrown, left full forward pocket now for the Redlegs. The ball comes spinning in. Oh, there's a push in the back against the Redlegs.
Yeah, the umpire's seen that one, DB.
He saw that one. He missed the other one, but he saw that one. And it'll be a free kick going the way of Cranston. Definite push in the back there against Rowe, I think it was, Smitty. The handball comes to Carr. He's starting to play a pretty handy game, Carr, as he goes to that outer side, finds Murphy. Murphy's got space. He has a bounce. He's had 2 bounces. About to be run down, but gets the little left foot snap up towards Kirk at centre wing, and Kirk takes the mark. Thought about giving it back to Murphy, but now will come in. No, he's still got the footy, Kirk. He's taking a long time to get rid of it. Now he's going to get rid of it with a thumping kick that'll go inside 50. They'll set themselves. Gorringe came at the front, but at the back, and McMark taken there by, I think it was Dygan. The ball will come out to the grandstand side, though, for the Redlegs, taken there by Grigg. Grigg's a left footer, so he's had a bounce, about to be run down, but gets the kick away, up towards half forward. Oh, Davis being hung on to. Umpire says play it on as it comes now to Carr. Carr will get the handball away, back to Panozzo. Panozzo can run, and now he'll kick the ball up towards half forward. Snook slips inside 50, great kick, and young Snook takes the mark, and he'll go back and put it to the hot spot for the Tall Timbers to do some damage for the Tigers, and that's exactly what he's done. They'll fly for the ball, up they go. The ball out the back though. Who's got it? The Tigers have got it, and I can't pick up the player because he's obscured. Comes down here, the left foot snap by Kellogg has gone through for a minus call of the Tigers. They go to 4-6-30, but the Redlegs are 7-2-44. We've played about 12 minutes in this, the premiership quarter.
McGuinness goes long into the centre square. Zorzy takes the mark. It went every bit of 50 metres. Hands off. Redlegs up towards the half forward line. Kick out in front of Rowe was a beauty.
Kick. Good mark too, Rowe.
Took it at 60. Goes inside the 50. Davis is target. He slipped over. Phillips runs onto it. He's tackled fiercely. Well done. And that's holding the ball.
Yeah, good tackle. Stopped him dead. He tried to take him on, and umpire Rowson said, you can't do that today, boys.
No argument. No argument. Great tackle.
Yep.
Mules into the middle of the ground. Finds Ben Kane. Kicks up towards half forward. They set themselves. Oh, there's a free kick to Glenelg. Not paid. Player didn't have the football. McGuinness handballs it back to Hughes. Hughes goes to Dygan, has a bounce quickly, runs through the centre square, tries to take on the tackle of Kane, does get past him, handball to Zorzy. Zorzy still inside the centre square, short pass, diving mark taken by Turlick on the 50.
He says he can kick this Turlick, he's got a thumping kick on him, even though he is into the breeze, DB. If anything, that breeze is now actually switched to going across the ground.
Yeah, he is a thumping kick, Smitty. He'll make the distance, I think.
Okay, he's kicking to the station-sponsored Barry Studley Proprietary Limited end. So Turlich, he has already kicked the goal today. Comes in now. The kick is on its way. What's it going to do? No, it's not going to make the distance. It's going to drop short. And Glenelg, again with the numbers, will run the ball out quite easy coming to the grandstand side.
They are indeed looking there for Ben Kane. He gathers it in, goes over the top. All of a sudden, Norwood have stopped, and the Tigers have got loose runners, and one of those is Tenace. He gets it now into Chris Kane. Chris Kane up towards the lead of Kirkby, who takes the mark. And Kirkby now.
That's 25 metres every time, all day, every day, DB, because he's actually pushed him in the back after he's marked the ball.
Yeah, but we've seen it before, but that's the first time it's been paid today, Smitty.
Unbelievable.
So it'll be Kirkby now having a shot on goal. Probably a different umpire, so that's the reason why that's happened. He'll go in looking for he ain't heavy, I reckon. No, it's Todd Grimer that's got the mark, and he'll go back and should kick a goal. He's a great kick for goal.
He's a good kick of the goal, and he's already kicked one today.
Not in the finals, boys. In the past few years he hasn't been.
He's struggled, hasn't he? But it's the last couple of weeks he's been in rare form. So, Toddy Grimer to edge the Tigers a little bit closer. He kick to the station-sponsored fielders end. He's right in front of the Snouts Louts. Kick around about 35 metres out on about a 60-degree angle. Comes in now, the kick is on its way. And that's just gone like a dart. Dead straight through, and he's gone to the Snouts Lout to get them to start to encourage this Bay side. Get them starting to get it pumped up. So all of a sudden, Grimer has got his second. That's Todd Grimer. Joins his brother Alex on 2 goals. So they go to 5 goals, 6-36. They trail Norwood 7 goals to 44. That's on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard.
And we've also got a limp windsock, so going into the breeze isn't going to be a problem for the Bays in the last quarter. Looking at it at the moment.
Certainly has died down, hasn't it, the breeze?
Certainly has died down, guys.
So we're back in the middle. We've got Button in ruck for the Tigers. Up he goes. Dorr got his hand to it. In fact, it was Gringe. Kicked forward by Lower. Inside 50. Rose there. He may have been held.
He was.
No, nothing doing, said the umpire. Glenelg in possession inside defensive 50. Mules is there.
Free kick.
Free kick to Mules. I'm not sure
Yeah,
why.
he got thrown after he'd actually got disposed of the ball.
Right, it was back one step. Okay.
Just quickly, 9-7-61. That Centrals are coming, guys. 6-7-43.
So Mules does up his shoelace. He's inside defensive 50 for Glenelg. They're trailing Norwood by 8 points in front of about 5,500 at the Bay in beautiful conditions. Mules down the line. Grimer flies high, couldn't take the mark. The roving's done by Gorringe. Kicks inside the 50. Panozzo went up early, but it's a Norwood mark.
Davis.
Oh, couldn't be in better hands.
Yeah, exactly right. He just stepped behind the pack there and marked it, uncontested mark on his chest. So Davis now will go back and line up for another shot on goal. And Davis, so far today, he has kicked 3. So he's becoming the match winner for the Redlegs. Comes in from 15 metres out directly in front and makes no mistake kicking to the station-sponsored Barry Studley end.
His 4th.
And he's got his 4th. So Norwood now, they go on to the 8 goals 2. That is 50. They lead the Glenelg side 5-6-36. So they lead by 14 points. That's on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard.
Yeah, it's been a great move putting Davis up forward. We knew him as a half-back flanker, Smitty, but since he's gone forward, he's
been good.
He's kicked a few sausage rolls. He's a great kick for goal, a bit like Toddy Grimer at the other end. So Norwood have that goal back just to stop the onslaught from the Tigers. The umpire to bounce it in the centre. Down goes the bounce. Up they go Button and over the top and Gorringe. The ball down the ground. Tigers again have number. All of the player diving on the foot. He was hoping for a free kick then, and the umpire not having anything to do with it.
And if anybody could hear that voice in the background, that was Norwood coach Nathan Bassett going off in the box right next to us.
Well, it wasn't. He has paid a free kick to the Tigers, and I've got no idea what for. It comes to Bode. Bode will put it on that left boot. He'll go up towards half forward. Players will set themselves. Oh, almost a mark there to Grimer. The ball pumped back. It'll be the Redlegs picking it up. Great pick up by Jonas. He brings it into Puopolo. Puopolo tries to get through. He's going to get caught, but he did get through. He's got speed to burn. Then he got legs as he got rid of the ball. Got a handball to Dygan. Dygan will get a handball back now to Trotter. Trotter back to Dygan. He's going to run into trouble. He'll come out towards centre wing. They've got numbers out there. That look like Zorzi putting it up towards half forward. Phillip at the back. The ball. Ruwalt just goes bang over the boundary line, looking for the safety of the boundary line, and finds it for a boundary thrown between centre wing and half forward out of side for the Redlegs.
North 9-4-58, leading the Eagles 7-7-49.
Throw in. Gorringe at the back. Got it down, then got it back again. Norwood possession through Fuller to Gallagher at the edge of the square. Kicks inside the 50 to Rowe, but it was brilliantly intercepted there by Adlington. He comes away, kicks up towards the broadcast wing. That could be a big moment in this game. Kane takes it. Handball to Murphy. Bayes on centre wing broadcast side. Back along the line. Glenelg still in possession of the football through Mills. Mills kicks up towards the half-forward line. Bode took his eye off the ball when he thought he was going to have his teammate Grimer leaping, but McGuinness took an uncontested mark, half-back left.
He's been playing well. He'll be contended for the station sponsor, complete scaffolding's player of the day, DB.
He goes bang and looking for Hughes on the defensive side of the square for the Red League. Red League are in trouble here at the centre wing. Now it's Hughes bringing it into the centre to Trotter. He'll take off with Grimer running him down, but the kick from Hughes Trotter's a shocker. Put it straight down the throat of Adlington, who took the mark inside the defensive 50. So Adlington will go short again. No, the ball's gone over his head, but they've got numbers and taken there by Ben Kane. He gets it through. Running a fair way with the footy there was Tenace, but the kick going to go all the way, is it? I think it's a goal. Yes, it is. Great goal by the Tigers. They're moving along to 6 goals, 6:42. The Redlegs are on 8 goals, 250. Make that, 8-2-50.
Yeah, first goal to Tenace, a fantastic kick from outside 50. Again, open goal square. Got it over the top of the players and it bounced through. And maybe you look at the windsock again there, DB. It's actually sprung up a bit. So,
yeah, it certainly has.
So the Breeze certainly carried that ball.
We've got Dorr coming into the ruck for the legs against Button. Glenelg on a bit of a roll. They've kicked 4 out of the last 5 goals here. They're only trailing by 12 points. Just into time on third quarter at the Bay. Massive crowd here, nearly 6,000 I reckon.
And it's Port Adelaide by 27 points over there in Melbourne over Richmond. Richmond making a little bit of a comeback.
Zorzi to Dorr. Puopo brushes off a tackle back to Zorzi. Worked it beautifully. The Redlegs through Hughes. Kicks inside the 50. Mark not quite taken by Phillips. Goes back to Grigg. In fact, it's Schulz there now. Got the handball from Grigg. Runs to 55. Kicks towards the lead. And the mark is taken by Turlich. And he'll kick 40 out directly in front.
To play, you want to have the ball too. Him or Davis. He's normally a very good kick is Turlich. And he has kicked one today. He's missed a couple of opportunities as well. But from 40 metres out, virtually directly in front, shouldn't have any problem. Turlich comes in now. The kick is on its way. And he's got it through. He knows it's through. So Norwood breathe a little easier now. They go to 9 goals, 256. They lead Glenelg 6-6-42. Glenelg have been chasing all day, chasing and chasing, but just can't get their noses in front. Every time that they do get a goal, the Norwood side seem to hit back. Turlich has got his second, and they are still hanging on to that 13-point lead. A great game of footy here at Gliderol Stadium.
And have a look at that wind socket. It's gone from a limp socket to a Jolly Roger. Have a look at it.
Yeah, it's unreal, isn't it?
The beauty. So it's worth 2, maybe 3 goals at the moment as the umpire's going to bounce it down. The Bays have the wind at their back, although they are kicking a fair way into it, I might add, as the ball is bounced down it goes. The bounce down, a chance now for Zorzi's playing a great game. Oh, he caught one high there. Umpire says play on as he was at the bottom of the pack. There'll be a ball up again in the centre.
Sturt 10-7-67 leading Central 6-9-45 and North Adelaide 10-4-64 leading the Eagles 8-8-56.
Great games around the state at the moment. Down she goes. Big thump forward there by Murphy. Oh, player being hung onto there for the Redlegs. Not seen by the umpire. It comes out here to Kirkby, now to Murphy. Murphy can run to the 50, bomb it long and strong. Mabree should pick it and take it nearly all the way.
Grimer was held onto.
Free kick or a mark to Grimer, doesn't matter. And he'll go back and kick another goal, Darryl Smith.
He certainly will, and he's point-blank range. And a great kick again, just using the breeze are the Tigers, getting it in along to their tall targets. Grimer was held onto. The umpire saw that, but he marked the ball anyway. So Grimer now, this is Todd going back for his third, and he has kicked his third to the station-sponsored fielder's end. So Glenelg creep a little bit closer. They go to 7 goals, 6-48. They still trail Norwood, who are on 9-2-56.
What a game.
What a game of football. Grimer's got his third. So if the Grimer boys up there have got 5 between them.
Big stakes here at the Bay too. Norwood virtually stitch up the double chance by winning. Glenelg keep themselves in the hunt for the minor premiership by winning.
Well, that breeze has definitely sprung up. There's no doubt about that, and that's the end the Bays are kicking to. I remember once a preliminary final where the Bays had the breeze for 3 quarters. That could even happen again today.
Yep.
Norwood virtually playing to try and get the double chance to get another crack at the Bays in the qualifying final in a fortnight. Umpire thumps it down. Cranston up, got his hands to it. Dorr did a bit of the roving from Cranston, but Cranston ended up getting the handball out in front of Carr. Gets a handball back to Murphy at 70. Murphy gets around the Dorr tackle. Goes short to Ruwalt. Ruwalt takes it and runs. He's at 60. His kick was to the Kirkby lead, who took a great diving mark about an inch off the ground.
He did. So Kirkby now to edge Glenelg closer. What a game of footy we've got here today. It's been fantastic. So, Rory Kirkby, 45-degree angle, will kick from around about 45 metres out, right in front of the snout slout. So, the pressure building.
Now this seriously gets him back in it, doesn't it, Smithy?
Oh, it certainly does. So Kirkby, what's he done? He's actually pushed it across the face of the goal, and it's going to go through for a minor score. Some bad misses for the Tigers. They go to 7-7-49. They still trail Norwood 9-2-56. Only a seven-point ball game.
So Puopolo now will go over by hand, gives it to Hughes in the back pocket, who puts a thumping kick out towards the centre wing. Players will step, big leap there out the back. Adlington will be first there clearly for the Tigers. He gathers it in, brings it inboard now looking for Ruwell. They're away again, the Tigers, as Ruwell goes to a pack of three of them. One of those is Ty Allen, takes the mark. He immediately plays on, goes by hand to Tenace. Tenace over the top, Panotto. He loves to kick a goal. Panotto goes bang from outside 50. The kick's on its way, and he's missed it to the left-hand side. A golden opportunity.
And look at the breeze, DB. Look at the sock there. It's actually carried with the breeze going. It's actually blowing across the ground now, the breeze.
We'll give the score. We'll give it as 7-8-50. The Redlegs are 9 goals to 56. The ball in the centre taken by Phillips now. He'll palm a high ball out here towards half full, but it's not a good kick. In fact, it's going to end up now with Shetton. Shetton will run to the 50. We'll kick it out inside the 50. There's a player there for the Redlegs, and that's Lower. And Lower will go back and have a set shot from about 45 metres.
Mate, DB, you'd probably think he'd actually kick this. Lower has been a very good player for Norwood, a very good skillful player. Loves kicking goals. Has already kicked 2 today. So to say that Norwood need this,
he's better on the run, I think.
I think you're right too, DB. So Lower now from around about 40 metres out, 45-degree angle, kicking to the station sponsor, Barry Studley Proprietary Limited in. So in he comes now. Kicking on the way, the kick is on its way. The goal umpire hasn't moved too far, and Lower's got his third, and Glenelg have got the breathing space they needed. Norwood now go to 10 goals to 62. They lead by 2 straight goals. Glenelg 7-8-50, and that's on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. Lower with his third. Guys, in the AFL, the Tigers are coming. They still trail Port Adelaide 14 goals, 13.97, but the Richmond side 12-16-88, so they certainly are coming.
Yeah, 13-16 up on the board, Smitty.
Well, they must have just kicked another one then. So, okay, 3 points the difference over there. So Richmond certainly are coming.
Back in the middle here at the Bay, it's 12 points to the Redlegs, approaching three-quarter time. Up they go. Cranston got his hands to the footy. Zorzi was at the bottom. Handball, here's Snook. Tenace wobbles one inside 50. It's a shocker. Bode couldn't quite mark it. Recovers a little bit to Carr. Kirkby, he's met by Hughes and taken high, said the umpire. So this will be a very late opportunity for the Bays to get back to 6 points.
Yeah, I can tell you that Richmond are hit the front too, guys. They've just kicked another goal, so they're 3 points in front. So, gee whiz, what a game of footy all around the state today and the country. So, Kirkby.
He won't miss this one, Smitty.
Okay.
He would have learned from the mistake he made last time.
Well, the breeze, it's a bit tricky. Sometimes it's blowing straight down the ground, or other times it's blowing across the ground. This time it's actually blowing across. So, big Rory Kirkby. What an opportunity. In he comes now. The kick is on its way, and DB should be a coach. He knows what he's talking about. Kirkby's got his first, and Glenelg have got their 8th. They got to 8 goals, 8-56. They trail by just a solitary goal. Norwood 10-2-62. That's on the station-sponsored William Brothers Welding scoreboard, and Kirkby has got his first. Great effort.
Boys, since Glenelg kicked their 3rd in a row to start the quarter, it's then been goal for goal. So it's been a very exciting game of football.
Ball back in the centre. About to be bounced, I think. Yes, it's going to be bounced by the umpire. Some throw it up, some bounce it, some do, some don't. Down goes the bounce. Up they go, the tap down. Or taken in the centre by, I think that's Kellogg. No, it's Mules. I saw the 3, and I thought might have been Kellogg in the centre, but Mules is having a run on the ball, obviously. Umpire to do a secondary bounce. We're into time on in this premiership quarter. Up they go, big leap forward out the back. A chance now for the Redlegs. The siren goes to end the premiership quarter. You can expect a rip snorter of a final quarter to come to you on RPH footy with the Tigers 8-8-56 trailing the Redlegs 10-2-62.
And
Proprietary Limited custom manufactures equipment for all types of heavy vehicles from 5-tonners to BWs and has a reputation for quality that is second to none. From hydraulic equipment to fittings, from aluminium fuel tanks to warning markers, Barry Studley Proprietary Limited can custom make it and can also service vehicles for a wide range of issues. From the bull bar to the tailgate, Barry Studley Proprietary Limited really is your one-stop heavy transport shop. Call 8340 1622 for more information, or visit Barry Studley Proprietary Limited at 32 Tikulara Street, Regency Park.
Well read there, and interesting to note, DB, that Mark Micken kept his players a lot longer than he normally does and was very animated in his discussions with his players. So you just wonder whether he has told the players top spot is riding on the end of this, boys, because Sturt are leading at Unley.
Okay, well, we're just waiting for a few of the officials and spectators to leave the ground, and this final term will be underway. Just what effect that game last Friday night will have on the Redlegs, we'll find out in the next 30 minutes. The breeze is still blowing into that scoreboard pocket.
We'll keep you updated with those scores as well from both Unley and also Prospect, and also over there at the MCG.
Umpire's still waiting, but I'm not sure what for, Smithy. He's looking out towards the scoreboard.
There's some kids over here just getting over the fence by the security. There we go.
Okay, umpire holds the ball aloft. He's about to bounce it to start the final quarter. Down goes the bounce. The Redlegs by 6 points. Up they go, Cranston with 2 taps, and he'll put it into the path of Tenace. Tenace kicks it off the ground. It goes inside 50. Bode. Was he grabbed hold of, but he didn't have the footy. No, said the umpire. Play it on. It'll be Stacks on the mill for a ball up inside the 50. So the Bays very quickly into attack thanks to the great work by Cranston, Daryl Smith.
It certainly was, wasn't it? They just push it forward each time. Port Adelaide have kicked another goal, 17-13 to 13-16. Looks like they might be home there.
Getting high was McGuinness. Down to Allen. Allen will kick it out here to Murphy, and Murphy takes the grab. And this could be the kick that'll tie the ball game, Daryl Smith.
Certainly can be. He's a great kicker of the football. We've seen that in the past. He kicked 3 last week. But why would you leave a player of Murphy's ability on his own?
Yeah, that's Murphy's law, Smithy.
Exactly right. So in he comes to the station sponsor, Barry Studley Proprietary Limited in. Kick is on its way, and we have got a great game of football here at Glenelg Stadium, and the scores are locked away. Murphy's got his first. Glenelg have got their ninth. They got a 9 goals, 8-62. Norwood 10-62. That's on the station sponsor, Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard, and a crackerjack game being witnessed by a crackerjack crowd. Haven't seen crowds like this at SANFL games for a long time, DB.
No, exactly right, Smitty, and you just knew that it would attract a fair crowd today given the conditions and the two sides playing.
Back in the middle. We've gone about 2.5 minutes in the last quarter. Scores dead level. 9-8 plays 10-2. Up they go, Cranston. Lower got the possession. Didn't get it anywhere though. Cranston handballed it out to Chris Kane. He's tackled, didn't throw it away, but the umpire still said he had prior opportunity. Good tackle by Brady Dorr. Just on the defensive side of the cricket pitch. Kicks it out in front of Gallagher, who takes it after about 2 fumbles. Now he runs around Cranston, kicks up the line. Good kick. So the legs into attack, inside 50, row to fly. Ball at the back, taken by Shenton. He looks like Nick Gill, runs like Nick Gill, and kicks like Nick Gill sometimes does. He's missed way to the left.
Yeah, he's another opportunity. He's got great speed, and I just wonder whether DB he should try to take him on a bit more, and he could have ran a lot closer to goal again. He kicked that from around about 35. I have no doubt that he could have got past it, the direct opponent who was in his way.
The reason he missed it, Smitty, he tried to steer it instead of kicking straight through the footy.
Exactly.
That's 2 sitters he's missed, DB.
Exactly right. So the Bays to bring the ball back into play. The Redlegs by 1 point. 63 to 62. The Panozzo going to the outer side. It's a high kick. The big tackle. There's a free kick found. It'll go the Bays' way, and ended up with Kirk. He got it to Carr. Carr's kicked towards centre wing, looking there for a team. Oh, the player just dived. He was looking for the free kick and got it. And the kick now will come over the top. The Bays are right in here. The player with the ball, I think, is Ben Kane. He goes bang towards goal, and it's a goal of the Bays, who are in front for the first time for a long time. They go to 10 goals, 8-58, and Norwood 10-3, 63.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Applied dives in wanting the ball. He takes the legs out of an opponent, and the opponent gets the free kick for in the back. It's amazing, isn't it, DB? I just never can understand how that happens. The first free kick is obvious one where the player dives in, takes the legs away. If you trip someone up, that's a free kick.
Well, normally it is, but obviously not under those circumstances.
I don't know. But anyway, the Tigers have hit the front here, and they go to 10 goals, 8-68. Norwood 10-3, 63. Almost a 2-goal turnaround. Shelton running in an open goal missing. The Tigers take it down the other end and score a goal.
Up it goes. Dorr and Cranston. Dorr got his hand just to it. Cranston's been called for holding the ball.
As you took it out of the ruck, that's the thing.
I think it bounced, but anyway, umpire said holding the ball. Gallagher runs through the centre square, wobbles it inside 50. Awful kick, hard to mark. Rowe jumps up, gets a tap down. Here's Grigg. He might have been tackled high by Panozzo. Umpire said he didn't have it. So Grigg's got it. About 60 out from the Norwood goal. They're trailing the Bays by 5 points.
He's a beautiful kick, this young man.
5 minutes into the last quarter here at the Bay.
He is a beautiful kick, but has he got the distance? I suppose the breeze. He's actually looking, I think, to pass off. He's got a lead there from Phillips and he's got a lead there from Shelton. He ignores both, so he's got to go back now and kick the goal. He's got to go to aim to the right-hand goalpost. So in it comes. The kick is on the way towards the right-hand goalpost. It's not going to make the distance. And Kirk takes the mark in the last line of defence for the Tigers.
So Kirk now, he's going to go over the top with the handball looking for Carr. He's been very influential, Carr. He gets the handball to Rudolph. Rudolph will go short to that outer side. I think he kicked it into a teammate and consequently the ball ricocheted over the boundary line for a throw in. Right on that 50 outer side. Red Legs. In front all day, now trailed by 5 points. The ball thrown in front Cranston. The tap down taken there by Weatherald. He's wrapped up and the umpire said holding the ball. Gee whiz. All of a sudden the free kicks are coming out of you-know-where as the ball goes up towards the half-back flank on the outer side and a mark has been paid to the Tigers.
Use that high voice again, DB.
As the ball coming into the centre, Cranston has been pushed in the back according to the umpire. Gee whiz, so
three frees in a row.
Yeah, and certainly things going their way now. As the ball now with the Tigers, it'll come inside 50. Up they fly, thumped away by the Norwood defence, but taken by Todd Grimer. He's wrapped up, goes to ground. The ball underneath him. The umpire says, "I'll have it, boys," and ball it up just inside the 50.
Free kick on
the way of the Red Leg. Got no idea what for. They'll take it every time. Trotter's gone, got the handball away, and then the Tigers are in. Comes to Allen. Allen will have a shot from 25 metres out, and that could be the little incident that will take the Tigers to victory.
It was interesting because they had the actual free kick, didn't they? And they didn't get the ball out of it. They turned it over, and again, just with numbers around the ball, the Tigers are going to kill you every time. Allen ended up with it. He had an opportunity to give a handball off to a running player in Murphy, chose not to, and then went back and kicked the goal himself from around about 35 metres out to the station-sponsored Barry Studley Proprietary Limited end. So the Tigers, 11 goals, 8 now. They lead Norwood 10-3, 63. So just about with the pressure going on the way that they are, Glenelg will, at the end of today, be on top of the ladder.
Bays have kicked 9 of the last 13 goals to lead it by 11 points, their biggest margin for the day so far, and it's a pretty important time to have that margin in your favour. 10 minutes into the final quarter. We've got a blood rule. Trevor Cranston off, Lockie Button on.
That's to the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates, of course.
Yeah, and immediately he comes off, so does Brady Dorr, and coming on is young Geringe for the Red Legs.
So we're set to go again. Geringe and Button. Umpire blows time back on.
All tied up at Prospect, North and the Eagles, 70 points apiece.
Bounces it down, Button and Geringe. Pretty neutral ball, that one. Norwood get the kick away through lower. Running onto it is Fuller. Can he gather? Gets a left foot tap. Geringe was the intended target, but running out with a tap. Top to Benny Kane, has a bounce on the outer side, has a second, runs to 60, kicks towards the lead of Ty Allen. Punching at the back was Alex Grimer. Ball at ground level with Ty Allen. Puopolo throws him into the ground. There for Norwood with the footy was Jonas. Ball up to take place, 40 out from the Tiger goal.
Sturt 11-9, 75 leading Central 7-10 52.
Appears to be petering out, that one, doesn't it?
It does, and Port Adelaide looks like they're going to hang on over there, 122 to 100.
Tap down by Geringe, taken by Ruwell. He tries to get a handball away, but tackle goes over the boundary. What terrific play by Rudolph back here, Smitty.
hard and strong, and then actually carried the ball with him and carried the ball a good 50 metres. A fantastic effort. We've known that when he's played in defence in the past.
Yeah, station speed
So-
heat highlight.
Yep.
Station sponsor the ball now in that defensive 50. McGuinness has got the chance to pick it up. He does pick it up, gets the handball back out to Hughes. Hughes will get it over to Gallagher. Gallagher goes short to that half-back flank, and the mark taken by Zorzi. Zorzi thought about going short, but not a lot of options to kick to at the moment. Now he goes short and finds Gallagher. So Gallagher now at half-back. He'll put it out towards centre wing. The kick is spot on, and looks like Turlick out there. He gets past an opponent very easily. He'll wing it inboard, nowhere. Opportunity, the little check side,
clever.
off the boot there. Handball now. To the pocket it goes. Or Kirkby, who no, he doesn't. Drop what he should have taken. The pitch. His way, I reckon. I reckon it'll go the Tigers' way. Sure enough.
Is it? It is. So he's going to kick from around about 30 metres out directly in front. And gee whiz, they make their own luck, don't they? So this will be the nail in the coffin, one would suggest. So in he comes now from 30 metres out directly in front. Kick is on its way, and it has gone dead straight through. So another goal on the board to the Tigers. They have got their 12th. That's 12 goals, 880. They lead Norwood 10-3-63. Station sponsor Williams Brothers Welding Scoreboard.
Now, guys, if Glenelg go on and win this, Centrals lose, there will be a one-win difference on the ladder. Now, if Glenelg can kick away here and Sturt kick away a bit more, there could be a percentage difference where Glenelg may even be able to lose next week and still get the minor premiership. So that's something to watch for at both games in the last 15 minutes here.
Okay, and that was Chris Kane that kicked that goal too, guys.
Glenelg will be really striving to put Norwood away. Back in the middle.
Got it away to Bode. They're all over him. Bode's handball goes over the top to the run of Glenelg player on 50 who kicks towards and misses to the left-hand side. Couldn't pick up who that player was, DB.
Yeah, I think it was Ben Kane, wasn't it?
Ben Kane it was. Thanks very much.
And the Power of One by 10 points, guys. 18-14, 122. Richmond 16-16, 112. Bit of a scare there. They were 60 points up at one stage.
So the Redlegs have brought the ball towards the centre wing with a thumping kick. Up goes Trotter. Trotter he was hung on to after he took the mark. Umpire said no, that's okay. So Trotter now goes back and kicks it up towards half forward. Davis is in the van. Got high but couldn't hang on to it. And the ball over the boundary line for a throw in between centre wing and half forward. Grandstand side for the Redlegs. A couple of turnovers have cost them dearly. 2 goals have resulted and the Tigers in front. The ball tossed in 81-63 in favour of the Tigers. Down the ball is tapped. If it to be run taken by Adlington. Adlington's great handball into the centre. Away they go again. Tenace through the centre of the ground. He has a bound. He'll have another one. No, he won't. He'll kick it long and strong to the hot spot. Kirkby's in the van and couldn't hang on to it. The umpire says play it on. Comes now to Dygan. Dygan will go out towards centre wing. Looking there for Schulz. Schulz should run onto the footy. If it sits for him, he can't pick it up now. He's got it. Has to stop and prop and then go short. And he finds Fuller. Fuller's handball, attempted handball, came unstuck. It'll come back now to Schulz. Schulz will get caught. It comes back to Fuller by hand. He'll put Gallagher under the pump. Oh, one high. And unlucky there, the tackler.
It's the Norwood forwards, though, guys, that have stopped. They're not running anymore. Shelton's the only one that's offering any leads.
Ball back with Schulz, centre wing on the outer side. The lead is offered, but again, the poor turnover from the Redlegs. A shocking kick intercepted by Mills, who was in the centre a moment ago, and he's got this ball half back on the outer side. He just can't afford to make mistakes against a team the calibre of the Tigers. So Mills now will go short towards centre wing. His kick has put his teammate under the pump, and what's happened here? The ball's gone out of bounds. Half forward left, outer side for the Redlegs.
10 minutes into the game at the House Brothers Sturt, 11-9-75. Central 8-11. 59 at North and the Eagles. It's 12-4-76. That's the North Adelaide side. Eagles 10 goals, 11-71.
Boundary throw in. Cranston got the knockdown. Red leg possession to Gorringe. Phillips may not have had the footy. Play on, said the umpire. Ty Allen's little kick finds Ruwalt in the middle of the Bay Oval. Glenelg lead by 3 goals, 18 points. Ruwalt kicks towards the left half forward line. Grimer and McGuinness. Grimer props, keeps the ball in front of himself, but Gallagher was there to lend support. He was legged. McGuinness kicks it up the line to Trotter. Trotter's got Dygan up the ground. Sees him. In fact, goes shorter to Schulz. Dygan's still running forward for him.
Now.
Schulz's kick towards Dygan. Back goes Allen with courage. Dygan kept his feet. Runs inside the 50. Handball over the top to Fuller. Must kick a goal, Fuller. And he misses.
Gee whiz.
So the margin back to 17 points in favour of Glenelg.
Yeah, had plenty of opportunity there, didn't he? Fuller running into an open goal and missed. Should have kicked that. Should have nailed it. Give his club a chance.
Well, would have given him a bit of oomph, Smitty, which unfortunately somebody put a pin in the balloon right now as the ball is kicked to the back pocket on the outer side, and the Tigers with possession, leading comfortably. We've played about 13, 14 minutes into this final quarter. The ball in the back pocket with the Tigers. They go to centre wing. They have numbers again. Mills goes up. In fact, unattended. Takes the mark. The Redlegs have stopped to a crawl at the moment. Coming through there was Ben Kane. The handball back to Mills. He got it there to the player here and couldn't pick it up. In fact, the ball must have been Cranston, I think, wearing a different jumper. The ball kicked inside 50. The mark has been taken by Josh Carr. He'll play on. There's a player loose inside the 50 again. Easy stuff. Mills has run down from defence, taken the grab. She's all over here at Gliderroll Stadium, Darryl.
When the fullback comes down or the halfback flank comes down and takes a mark unopposed in the forward line, it always spells danger. Norwood has stopped, and Glenelg have kept running. So Mills now from around about 35 metres out, 45-degree angle.
I wonder if that game last Friday night had anything to do with it.
Yeah, could well do, couldn't it? So in he comes now, does Mills from 35 metres out. The kick is on its way, and they are home and hosed here, the Tigers. They go to 13 goals, 9, 87. They lead by 23 points. Norwood 10-4-64. Game in their fight, but Glenelg just too strong in the end. Too much running power, and the running out of defence absolutely superb there with Mills kicking his first. It's always dangerous when a full-back can come down and kick a goal unattended too.
That is a great effort by Glenelg since half-time. That's 10 of 14 goals.
Fresher leg, Greenie, fresher legs, mate.
So they've been a real hard-working side all year. Yes, the fresher legs, no doubt, but they just don't lie down the bays. Can they take the extra step in September? They may well be minor premiers. We don't know. Bode to Allen. Kicks it away up towards centre-half forward. Grimer in front takes the mark. He's on the edge of the centre square. Handballs to Bode. Raking left foot kick to the top of the square. Will it go through? It's marked on the line by Carr. And he'll kick from point-blank range.
Well, he's going to kick a goal here. It was a fantastic kick by Bode, wasn't it? On the left foot outside 50. Carr didn't take it. It would have gone through for a goal anyway.
Easily a goal.
Yeah, but Carr's marked it, and he's going to go back and kick his first and put this game well and truly out of reach of the Norwood side. Glenelg now go to 14 goals, 9. That is 93. They lead Norwood 10-4-64. That's at the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. And DB, we've played 16 minutes of this final quarter, courtesy of our station sponsor, Grand Central Elizabeth.
Now the important result becomes, can the Eagles win to give themselves control over their own double chance destiny? What's the score out there, Darryl?
The score there, well, it's going to be pretty hard. North Adelaide 13-5-83, leading the Eagles 10-11-71. That is at the 14-minute mark. And the other game between Sturt and Central, 11-9-75. That is Sturt. Central's 8 goals, 11-59.
Ball back in the centre. Umpire about to bounce it. Down she goes. Up she rises. Cranston, the tap. Running onto it there is lower, but he couldn't control the footy. It's still in the centre. Gallagher had a moment opportunity. Allen somehow emerged with the footy. Gets it to Bode. Bode's tackled. Gets the handball. He gets it over there for Cranston. His second attempt is just amazing for a big man. He still runs away from his opponent and kicks it up inside the 50. The tall timber flying high there was one of the Grimer boys. Down it comes to Murphy. Around the body goes Murphy and kicked through by Phillips. Clever thinking, because that was going to be a sausage
That
roll.
was a fantastic snap, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an own goal virtually, and yeah, well done by Phillip, because it was going to be a sausage roll for sure. Fiopolo runs out with the footy, then goes backward and gives it to McGuinness, puts him under the pump. McGuinness gets past, thought about giving it to Fiopolo, but then goes short and finds the big bloke indoor. Door to Gallagher. Gallagher hasn't stopped trying. He'll go to centre wing, and the mark taken out there by Zorzi. So Zorzi now, with the kick, will go up towards half-forward. Rose in front from behind Kirk, who's done a fair job on him today. The handball comes back, and the Tigers are away again with big Cranston. He goes into the centre. They're running. He's going to get run down, Matty Bode, on this occasion. Great tackle on this occasion by Turlich. There's a player at centre wing on the outer side. Has he seen him? He has, but it's too late by the time he saw him. Big Cranston had run over to check him. So Turlich now will probably come to centre wing now and give it to Phillips. Phillips will take the grab. Phillips immediately plays on, chips a high ball out to Trotter, who takes the grab. Trotter now will kick it inside 50. The lead is on from Shenton. He's being hung onto one arm. The umpire said play it on. That was Mills that kicked the last goal for the Tigers. Gives it to Mills. Mills to Mills, if you don't mind, umpire. Comes back here now to Rudolph. Rudolph just outside the 50 on the grandstand side, the defensive 50 that is. Goes by hand, gives it to Chris Kane. He gives it to Bode. Bode will put it on the left boot and go to the outer side, and Big Kirk takes the mark. Still in the defensive 50. He's had a run. Going to get run down by Rowe. The pressure was great from Rowe. Forced the error, but they've just got numbers, the Tigers, and the ball will end up here with Bode, who will kick to half forward.
Bode kicks a long one. Dawes on the end of it, though. Snook was the target. Daw chips it over the top to Gallagher. We've got the Bays by 30 points here midway through the last quarter. Gallagher's kick up towards half forward finds Schulz. He could go over the top to Turlich. Doesn't, goes deep into the pocket. And it was well in front of Davis. May have gone out on the full. I'm waiting for the boundary umpire to run all the way around. I think it's going to be a throw-in. Left full forward pocket for the Redlegs. We've gone about 17 and a half minutes. 14-10-94 Glenelg, 10-4-64 the Legs. In it comes. Front position Cranston. Got it down to Kirk. Kirk thumped it on the boot towards the outer side. Kirkby runs onto it and takes possession. Half back right, kicks up towards the wing. 50-50 ball, but the mark was taken by Dygan. He plays on quickly. Kicks in short. Mark taken by Daw in the centre square. Feeds back to the run of Dygan. Dygan to the lead of Shenton. Couldn't take the mark. Fuller gets the handball to Dygan. He's got to kick it quickly. He's tackled beautifully. Great pressure by the Bay. Ty Allen's grabbed by Fuller. Yeah. Umpire says, I'll have it back to Bode for the holding the ball free
good
kick.
decision, because there was no advantage paid there, so Bode actually got the free kick. He comes grandstand side to Mills, the last goal kicker, and
advantage would have been paid if Ty Allen got the handball away, Smithy.
Yeah.
Mills in the defensive 50 grandstand side. Nothing to kick to. He'll bring it further afield, looking there for Chris Kane, who takes the mark. So Chris Kane now just outside the defensive 50. He'll come short again, and this time finds his brother Ben Kane, who goes into the centre, or centre half back, in actual fact, looking there for Ty Allen, and he takes the mark into defensive 50. Immediately plays on. Goes to that centre wing on the outer side. Rudolph's made space and takes the grab. He's got plenty of time, Rudolph, so he goes on the right boot, up there looking for and almost finding Mills. In fact, Mills' recovery was good for a big man. Goes by hand, gives it to young Snook. Snook in towards goal. The kick's a shocker, though, and the minor score recorded to the Tigers. They go to 14-11-95. Redlegs 10-4-64.
Kick in to take place. It's going to be Gallagher for the Redlegs. This game's out of their reach now. It's 31 points in favour of the Bays. Gallagher went short to McGuinness. McGuinness back to Gallagher. Gallagher's short pass taken on the half volley by Schulz. Calmly kicks it out to Shenton on the outer wing. Shenton clumsily played on, but somehow Gallagher got the smother. Zorzi's got it, just forward to centre wing. Handballs to the run of Shenton. Schulz has got the bouncing footy in front of him. He's tackled beautifully. And
he's
the
paid
umpire
holding the
says
ball or
that
throw.
is on the ball or throw.
Sturt, 11 goals, 12-78. Central's 9-11-65, guys. So they are coming, the doggies.
Ball kicked out there to Alex Grimer, who goes up towards half forward, and Kirkby, as easy as you like, takes the mark. Redlegs have absolutely stopped to a walk as Kirkby will bring it to centre half forward. Up they fly, the ball out the back. Redlegs have numbers on this occasion. Picked up by McGuinness. McGuinness's handball is good, gives it to Zorzi. Zorzi further afield as they bring it in now back to McGuinness. McGuinness will chip it over the top. There's a player loose at centre wing. That might be Greg, is it, who puts it on the left boot up towards half forward. A little push in the back by Kirk. Umpire said that's all right as the ball is inside the 50. Chance for Allen. The handball out again, and away go the Tigers. Taken by Tenace. Tenace kicks it into the centre, and the mark taken by Carr. Carr will chip it out here to centre wing. Mark should be taken by Button. Button plays on the kick. The kick was beautifully smothered by Puopolo. Unbelievable stuff. I think we've got a station sponsor for that. We'll come back to it as Puopolo's had a couple of bounces, goes inboard. Gives it now to Shenton. Shenton will go short, looking for Davis. The kick's to Duty, and he'll get the free kick if not the mark, and we'll kick from about 35 metres.
That was down to Puopolo. It was absolutely fantastic. A station sponsor Speed Hit highlight that smother as Kane comes off and Murphy comes on through the station sponsor Sports Power interchange gates. Now Davis has already kicked 4 for the day. Interesting to note that Glenelg have had 11 goal scorers and Norwood have only had 4 guys.
They just had 19 men on the field at the same time, didn't they?
Okay, so Davis comes in now from 40 metres out, gets under it, and there's actually hooked it to the far side, so a behind on the board. Norwood can't do a trick right now. Norwood 10-5, 65. Glenelg 14-11, 95.
Panozzo to bring it in for the Bays. Great game of footy in front of what I reckon is roughly 6,000 people today.
It's been a great crowd, hasn't it?
Panozzo plays on, gets around row just, goes towards the outer side to his teammate there in Carr, and around another row tackle. Carr feeds it back to Mules. Mules now goes over the top to Kane. Kane short pass to Kirk. Kirk to the run of Carr. They've worked it cleverly to the other Kane. Chris kicks up towards centre half forward. Bouncing ball. Weatherald cleans up on defensive 50. Little left foot kick towards the boundary line. It was either a shocking kick or blatantly deliberate, one or the other.
I think it was a shocker, to be honest with you. He's looking for a teammate out there and missed him by about 5-10 metres.
Okay, in the other games, guys, North Adelaide are up by 2 goals, 83-70, 77. No, 1 goal. They just kicked another goal there, and the Double Blues are leading 78-65.
So the Eagles kicked another goal, Smitty?
The Eagles have kicked another goal, yep.
Okay, so it could be a draw. The ball is up there towards that half-forward flank on the outer side for the Tigers. Turlick went in, twisted out of trouble, then lost the footy. Now the Tigers are in again. The left foot snap will go towards full forward in the van. Kirkley will take it on his chest. Easy as you like, Darryl Smith.
It certainly was easy. Norwood have absolutely stopped to a walk, haven't they? But Glenelg have continued to press on, and Kirkley now has got a chance to kick his second goal.
And Glenelg will be 7-0 up for the quarter if he kicks this, Darryl.
Okay, so in he comes. He'll kick this. He's only 15 metres out directly in front, kicking to the station sponsor, Barry's Proprietary Limited. And easy as you like, Kirkby's got 2, and the Tigers are marching on to a very, very good victory here and sending a very clear message to every other side that they may be the favourites for this year's 2010 Premiership, as we see the other sides.
They were last year, Smith.
They were last year. Yeah, North Adelaide 11 goals 8, 86, leading the Eagles 11-11, 77, and it's Unley. It's 11-12, 78. Central 9-11, 65.
So we're back in the middle on a day where Norwood led 7 goals to 2. It's now the Bays 15 goals to 10. Bounce down. We've got Button up against Goringe. Button jumps, gets the tap down. Phillips is there for Norwood, puts his shoulder in. Murphy taps it forward, might have got one in the back. Play on advantage, said the umpire. Button got the handball to Snook. Apex of the square, runs to 55. Low kick, top of the square. Carr couldn't mark against Puopolo. Ball at ground level. Puopolo escorts it over the line with Carr. Boundary throw in right full forward pocket for the Bays.
Hasn't he been important for him today, Carr? Be a real chance to win the station-sponsored Complete Scaffolding's Player of the Day, guys.
Boundary throw in right full forward pocket, back comes spinning into play. Gorin's got a left hand of the ball. Oh, player trying to burst through there for the Tigers. Couldn't pick him up because there's 100 players around him. And there'll be a ball up about 20 metres out from the Tiger goal. 101 plays, 65 in favour of the Tigers. Have just run right in this last quarter. The Redlegs have stopped to a walk as the ball is tapped into the path there of Alex Grimer, but he couldn't do much with it. Through comes Lower. Another player coming through, ends up now with McGuinness. He hasn't been their worst player. McGuinness's kick goes straight to a Tiger who weaves out of trouble. That's Ben Kane. The look-away handball comes to his brother Chris. The kick inside 50. The ball bounces, taken almost by Murphy, but somehow Weatherald ended up with it, and he'll kick it to half-back, looking for Phillips, who takes the grab inside the defensive 50. Immediately plays on. Young Snooks after him, gets away from Snook. He has another bounce to Phillip. He'll kick it along centre wing. Now it's a shocking kick off the boot. He's put Rowe under the pump here with that sort of a kick. This will let big Kirk in there. He gets a handball to Bode. Bode to Mills. They're doing it superbly to Bade. He'll go to Rudolph at centre half back, who runs out of the defensive 50, goes short into the centre to Chris Kane, who dropped what he should have taken, but it doesn't matter. He recovers. He had that much time. Turns around, goes to half forward. Zorsey running out there, but couldn't take the mark. In goes Rudolph again. The Redlegs have numbers this time. Ends up with big Garinge. Garinge on the right boot. Goes to Davis. They're in here, the Redlegs, but it's too late. The horse bolted about 5. Make that 15 minutes ago as he goes short into Door. Door off the left boot. Goes towards full forward. The ball bounced back in. And what's it done? It's gone through for a goal. We're going to go through for a point. And that big leg break that bowled Gatting a few years ago was in on show there, Smitty, for a goal to the Redlegs.
It certainly was, wasn't it? Dawes got his first, and but it's all too late, guys, because we'll get to the other games in just a moment to tell you where they are situated in that. But Dawes got a goal first, but gee whiz, it was a dreadful kick, wasn't it, from Dawes? He could have missed everything. 15-11, 101, Norwood 11-5.
Back in the middle, been a good game. Great win to the Bays, up by 30 points. Button and Garinge went up too early, no one got the tap. So the ball is in a stalemate right in the centre circle here. Ball up to take place once again. Up it goes. Button got his hand down to Zorzi. Glenelg and Norwood players in there fighting away. Another ball up to take place. Third in a row here, right in the cricket pitch. Beautiful conditions in front of a big crowd here at the Bay. Up it goes again. Murphy, third man up, said, I've had enough of this. Taps it towards half forward, but Gallagher runs onto it, feeds to Weatherald. He gives it off to the run of Jonas. Jonas kicks towards the lead of Davis, who's had a good day today, Davis. He's kicked 4 for the legs. Chips a little one back over the top to the run of Jonas. Could have played on if he wanted to, decided not to. Kicks deep inside the attacking 50, Rose outnumbered. Kirk takes a good mark at the back for the Tigers.
Just quickly, guys, final scores. North Adelaide 15-8, 98 had defeated the Eagles 11-11, 77.
Gee whiz, it, the biggest upset has now discovered a skunk in the arc, Smitty. That's unbelievable. The ball now with Chris Kane. Goes back to Benny Mills. To tell you what, he played a game and a half too, just quietly. He goes up to Kirkby. He'll get a free kick for too high. Will advantage be paid? No. It'll come back to Kirkby, who's at half back on the outer side. He's got a big button loose in the centre. He won't go that way. As the siren goes to end the contest here, the Tigers have won 15-11, 101, defeating the Redlegs 11-5, 71.
Yeah, they've run out victors by 30 points after being equal at quarter time, trailing by 21 at half time, trailing by 6 at 3/4 time, but they've run out comfortable victors by 30 points in the end. Goal scorers for the Tigers, they've had 15 goals kicked. Grimer kicked 3, Kirkby kicked 2, Todd Grimer kicked 3, Alex Grimer kicked 2, Mert Kirkby kicked 2, and then singles to a whole host of players, including Bode, Tenace, Kane, that's Ben Kane, Allen, Chris Kane.